I got a song for you too. Right. Oh, you go. Never, go ahead.
Huh?
No, you good.
All right, hold up.
As long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening. You like me, you like me, you like me. If I'm talking about drinking and nothing about thinking, as long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. But the second I start with the state of the economy, black leadership, black gods, and black sovereignty, that's when you can't seem to follow me. Confusion, you feel like you're losing. I'm no longer amusing. This song's about choosing while you cruising. Either black entertainment or the black revolution. People love to see a young black man rap until he wakes up and realizes he's caught in the trap. So as long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening, you like me, you like me, you like me. Hey, if I'm talking about drinking and nothing about thinking, as long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. But the minute I get in it about the way these rappers spit it, the minute I start spitting that truth, it comes a critic. I freestyle off the top like removing your Yankee fitted, but they not really checking for skills, they want the gimmick. Many of the challenges we face, we can solve them, but there's no trust, no unity, and that's the problem. Black people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. White people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. U.S. foreign policy is simply just bomb them. Rebels against their own government, the U.S. arms them. Then when things get out of hand, yeah, they try to calm them. More money, more diplomacy, just charm them. If that doesn't work, then they move to Osama. Turn them into a terrorist so they can disarm them. Through the corporate media, we don't stand a chance, but too many people want us to just stand and dance. So as long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening, you like me, you like me, you like me. If I'm talking about drinking and not about thinking, as long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me. You like me.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher nishma b'mitzvot, v'rotzavonu v'shavat
all those races, colors, and creeds, every day bleeds for the countless victims and all their families of the murdered, tortured, enslaved, raped, robbed, and persecuted. Never again to the men, women, and children who died in their struggle to live, never to be forgotten. Moving Ben Menachem, yeah, my own blood. Dragged through the mud, perished in my heart, still cherished and loved. Stripped of our pride, everything we lived for, families cried. There's nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Tossed to the side, access denied. 6 million died for what? Yo, a man shot dead in his back. Helpless women and children under constant attack for no reason till the next season. And we still bleeding, yo, it's freezing. And men burning hell some for squeezing. No hope for a remedy, nothing to believe. Moving targets who walk with the star in their sleeve. Forever marked with a number tattooed to your body. Late night, eyes closed, clutched to my shoddy. Having visions, flashes of death camps and prisons. No provisions, deceived by the devil's decisions. Forced into a slave, death before dishonor for those men who were brave. Shot and sent to their grave, can't awaken. It's too late, everything's been taken. I'm shaking, family, history to make it. Never again shall we march like sheep to the slaughter. Never again shall we sit and take orders. Stripped of our culture, robbed of our names, raped of our freedom and thrown into the flames. Forced from our families, taken from our homes, pulled from our God, then burned of our bones. Never again shall we march like sheep till the slaughter never again leave our sons and daughters. Stripped of our culture, robbed of our names, robbed of our freedom and thrown into the flames. Forced from our families, taken from our homes, pulled from our God and everything we own. Never again. Some fled through the rumors of wars, but those left for dead, few escaped to the shores with just one loaf of bread. Banished, called in for questioning and vanished, never to be seen again. I can't express the pain that was felt in the train to Auschwitz. Tears poured down like rain. Naked, face to face with the master race, hatred, blood of David. My heart belongs to God and stays sacred. Rabbis and priests, disabled individuals, the poor, the scholars, all labeled common criminals. Mass extermination, total annihilation. Shipped into the ghetto and prepared for liquidation. Tortured and starved, innocent experiments stripped down and carved up with gas to death. The last hour, I smelled the flowers. Flashbacks of family then sent to the showers. Powerless, undressed, women with babies clung tight to their chest, crying, who are the guests dying? Another life lost, count the cost. Another body gas burned and tossed in the Holocaust. Never again shall we march.
Peace, peace, peace. The time to this one. Time Bill with the brother Chief Holiday. Sunday night. You know how we do it. Chief, what's up? Oh, Chief must have dropped out. Let me see. Let me see what's going on. Peace to everybody in the chat. I guess while we wait for Chief to come back, I'm just gonna look and see who's in the chat room. What's up, Aboriginal Girl, Marshall Falk, Moore Circle, Ghost Peace, nonetheless, Star Strike, peace to everybody in the chat room, peace to everybody watching. Like I said, this is Sunday Bell with the brother Chief Holiday. I am the touch in this one, and you already know how we do this. All right, I don't know what's up with Chief, man. I guess Chief must. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me just let me call Chief real quick and see what happened to him. I'm gonna play another song real quick until he come back on. Best in the city. Chief, you back with me?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Have a little technical difficulty. I came in, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Get an introduction, man. Say what's up to the family, man.
Hey, peace and love to all American Aborigines. Chief Holiday in the building. The truth is here. The truth is here. The truth is here. Shout out to my partner, Tanchi, this one, man.
Indeed.
What's cracking, bro?
Hey, man, I mean, you know, it's pretty much the usual, man. You know what I'm saying? Aboriginal business as usual, man. Yeah, man. We actually did a little video with the brother Chief Kalinago. For those of you who didn't check it out, go on his channel and check it out. We was just addressing, some problems amongst the so-called Aborigines or the so-called Black Indians or whatever you want to call us or whatever. I prefer to call us Aborigines. But yeah, we just was talking about pretty much about what's going on or whatever. We pretty much addressed it in a respectful manner or whatever. I hope at this point in time nobody come back my way with none of the bullshit because I really don't have time to be addressing none of the stuff I speak about. I'm
Yeah.
addressing. I'm not gonna give out no more further statements about no mores. I'm not talking about what a Moor is and who is a Moor. I'm not going on about no more of that shit. Right now it's just about getting back to work, pumping these videos out, and trying to just educate the people from here on out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be going back and forth with that. You know what I'm saying? People, you wanna see who Drew Ali is, study him. Study him. Don't let nobody tell you who he is. You study him. Don't let nobody tell you, you get your perspective. See, what happens is people too lazy to do the research, and they let people talk for people, and then you never get an opportunity to even see what this brother was about. So, for those of you who don't know, you look into it. But I'm not addressing nothing. And any of you Aborigines who got a problem with me or a problem with my so-called, because all I talk about is Aboriginal history. You know what I'm saying? I got solo videos dealing with certain things, but for the most part, I believe most of the people who I'm coming to contact with is here for the Aboriginal information. So, like I said, I'm not addressing nothing, no further, no more, especially amongst people who don't do no research or who really don't bring nothing to the table in this community. You know what I'm saying? I believe I have bought some good content. I'm not gonna sit here and toot my horn and say, oh, well, I've done all it. I haven't done nothing but what my part is. I had a part to play, and I guess my part is, you know what I'm saying, I'm playing my part. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of nonsense has to stop, man, because it's just too much, man. It's like, you go from one community. You see how this community is. You go from, matter of fact, we can start from outside your own community. You can't get along outside your own community where you live at. And then you try to find other commonalities and common grounds, and you see that no one is all going to agree on everything. No one, not even twin brothers and sisters agree on everything. Twins don't agree on family members. If you got, imagine how many people had fights with their brothers and sisters coming up. I'm talking about real fight. I know niggas who used to, excuse me, I know brothers who used to fight their sisters like dudes, man. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine, even amongst people who you really don't know, or people who on YouTube or whatever, you ain't gonna agree on everything. And it is what it is. I don't expect nobody to agree with me on everything, because if you agree with me on everything, you naive. Person can tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta, like I said, you gotta do your research. If you're sitting here depending on somebody else to do it, you ain't gonna never get it. You know what I'm saying? You got a part of this whole thing. And I'm gonna tell you, one thing I did learn from Drew Ali was, he said, study the world and then come back and study yourself. Okay? Now, like I said, that's something that I take serious, that right there, because that's what I think that life is about. Studying the world, observing different cultures and different atmospheres and different structures, agricultures, etc. You know what I'm saying? And then you come back and you study yourself. I find out who the intentionalist one is. Why the intentionalist one here? You know what I'm saying? From my exterior to my interior. You know what I'm saying? I need to understand myself. I need to understand, you know what I'm saying? So I need to understand all this, because all of this is a science within itself. So with that being said, Chief, you're Chief. I guess Chief must still be out there, but yeah, man, pretty much that's what it is, man. And I tell people, don't take none of this shit to you know what I'm saying? Don't take none of this shit to the point to where you ain't willing to do no research, or you ain't willing to go further, and you just come to people's channels just to get information from what they tell you. They could be lying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be lying about some of the shit I'm talking about. Why would you trust me on everything? Check out and see if some of this stuff is factual, or some of this stuff is facts or not. You know what I'm saying? Never take nobody word 100% on something, what they telling you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the one that go out there and do the research, because like I said, all these bits and pieces, Dane Calloway, you got Brother Medicine Man, you got the Brother Camario, you got Ab Legend, you got Tyrone Street, you got Phoenix Moon, you got Dark Man, you got Curry Davis, you got Chief Kalinago. You have a lot of brothers who out here putting out different information and pieces of puzzle to the history over here. You got my brother Francis Norris, you know what I'm saying, Turtle Gang. You know what I'm saying? You got different Moorish groups that's putting out different information or whatever, Yafa Bay. You gotta go and listen and see where this shit fits into your history, because everybody some of this stuff is just entertainment to people. I get it. I understand you entertain, but for me, this is not entertainment, because if you got me classified as something from a whole nother continent, that is serious to me. You just reclassified me, and you deported me on paper without me even knowing, without my consent. I didn't give you my consent to fucking classify me as no damn African. Well, actually, we did, because we gave our consent through ignorance. You understand? And that's why I tell people, man, we ain't got time to be sitting up here arguing with people. Oh, he like the Moors, and he like this and that and third. Is he Aborigine? Is he teaching? If he's trying to teach the people, what is his content? What is he talking about? That's all that should matter at this point in time. We already 400 years behind. You done lost 400 years of your culture or whatever, running around chasing Christianity and chasing everything else. And I get it. I get some of these schools of thought. Some of these schools of thoughts are not relevant. I mean, not relevant at this point in time. But you got to understand how we got here. I got here through Afrocentric shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I got here. I got here when I slid down a rabbit hole. I met you know what I'm saying, conspiracy theories and Afrocentric. You know what I'm saying? People talking of the John Henry Clarks, the Dr. Benz, the Ivan Van Sertima. You know, I when I first slid, that's who I met first. Then I met Sinetta, and then I met some of the brothers, and then I went through all these other trains of thought, schools of thought. I don't think nobody slid straight down there and just learned who the Aborigines was from day one. Maybe now, yeah, because it's common. But before, you had to be a real researcher to find out who was at, and then they wasn't even using the word Aborigine. The only one was using the word Aborigine was the brother Johnny Aborigine. And I noticed that on Facebook, they've been getting at him. I don't know why they getting at him on Facebook, but you know, they need to leave that brother alone. That brother been doing a lot of work for a long time. But he was the only one who was saying anything about Aborigine. Him, Tyrone Street, 1,000 Go Ahead. So you had Lex Will, you know, drop Radio 43. Like I said, it was the people out here who was doing it. Now it's common. You understand, where you can Google and you can hear niggas like Waka Flocka and these numerous people saying it. But before, wasn't nobody talking about it. You had to click on videos that might not been popular, or might not been something that you was normally watching to get this information. So that's what I'm trying to say, man. Respect those who put the information out there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what should be respected. That's what happens in these communities. Once people get information, now everything watered down. Oh, this is common. Oh, he's no longer needed. We no longer need him because we can take all his information and now we could tear him down. And that's the end of that. But you ain't gonna tear the motherfucking Autochthonists one down, because I got videos, I got research for days. And I'm working in the community, and I talk to people. So I mean, I do what I need to do. You understand? I mean, if people don't have the time and they not trying to handle none of their situations, and they not trying to find their history or find their ancestry, or even build to the point to where you building with people in your neighborhood about this stuff. You still scared, the egotistical people still scared to walk up on their own people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, man?
Peace, peace, bro.
Chief, go ahead. You
Yeah, I'm
want
in and
to
out.
go ahead.
Yeah, man. Man, it's all peace and love to the tribe, to all American Aborigines, man. It's definitely a great time to be us in history right now, man. You know, the work that we all collectively are doing. It's not just one person pushing the wave, man. You know, I salute everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, and yeah, we all gonna we are me and you don't agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean we can't build together and make things happen. You know what I'm saying? So and also, you know, that's how you sharpen each other's tools is by being able to have great deals and dialogues and stuff like that. I don't think you can get too much done if you on the same page, like you think the same way all the time. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, how you gonna ever find something out? Don't nobody oppose. If everybody's a yes man, you never gonna have no man to see the different scenarios. If you seen the Avengers,
Right.
Doctor Strange was sitting up there. He said the fight this nigga Thanos, or whatever the fuck his name is. There was 1 million or something different scenarios. And he says only one scenario how we gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? That and even if you strategize when you playing chess, a good chess player can see up to 30 moves ahead of what he's doing. So it's the same thing with everything else. You want to work out every scenario. It's just like if you're on the street, what's the scenario? If I do this to this person, how can this shit work out? How many different scenarios can this shit play out? And there's some unknown variable in between that we ain't going to know. That might just be a twist into what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You can have your scenarios and everything twisted out, and it could be a fucking curveball and to throw you off. Like, oh damn, I wasn't even expecting that. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way it happens in most situations, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, hey, look, let's touch on this childish Gambino shit, man, because you know, me and you had some words on it, and I kind of like, you know, I didn't want to elaborate on it because I didn't see it though, but man, that nigga's a fucking coon, bro. That niggas ain't conscious, man. And you got people out there, oh shit, that nigga's conscious. Like, that nigga's a fucking coon. He got flicks kissing these crackers. And listen, put it like this, bro. I trade a masculine Negro for somebody who give you half the truth than some you don't know what this nigga is. You know, he's vague with his sexuality. Who cares really? But you need to know this because that's that he's compromising himself. You know what I'm saying? By taking pictures, kissing Europeans. He got a white girl. You already know, man. You already know how these dudes are. These old fake college niggas who sit up there and talk white and like, oh, well, I know what blackness is, but you got a white. And that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of these niggas is not real. They sit up there and say one conscious thing. They can look at something from a political view and say, all right, well, but they're not in none of these forums listening to none of this stuff we talking about. They not in YouTube listening to Steve Coakley or Bobby Hemmett or Phil having one of them deep Phil Valentine lectures or whatever. They're not going down a rabbit hole like that. Their rabbit hole is listening to, like my man, listening to these commercial news channels and maybe shit like what's the shit with Amy Goodwin, Democracy Now and shit, some CIA shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what they listen to, or what's the other news channel they got? I can't think of it right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And this is how people derive their content. Oh shit, that nigga conscious. He said something. That nigga ain't conscious. He not telling you he ain't telling you an Indian. If he ain't telling you an Indian, he ain't conscious.
Period.com.
Period. Go ahead.
Hey, but you know what's crazy though, right? A video popped up on my, recommended, right? And it was Childish Gambino's interview at the Breakfast Club. So I click it. I'm like, yo, I know Charlamagne about to ask me about this video, blah, 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 blah. Let me see what he's talking about. So I click on it, and then instantly, it was a 4-year-old video. So it was 2014, right? So very interesting. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch it. The guy is definitely weird. You know what I mean, basically, he came in with one of his friends' dads who had died sweater. So it was an old sweater with holes in it and shit, man. He's just a weird kid, man. You know what I'm saying? Just on some weird shit, right? And um, so make a long story short, so they going back and forth with Charlemagne and everything, whatever, right? And so dude is, telling us different stories and stuff like that. Now he definitely knows his business and his worth when he's talking about not wearing brands and stuff unless they're paying him. You know what I mean? So he had some stuff he was dropping or whatever. But then also Charlemagne had asked him a question about, he had made a statement about he wanted to be white. And so Charlemagne asked him about that. So then he basically said that a white person is basically a blank slate, right? And he says a black person, when he walks in the room, it's all these different, this is he tried to put, clean it up a little bit, had all these different stigmas and different things or whatever, right? So basically he had a self-hate for himself a little bit, right? So they also asked him what type of women he dated, this and that and the third or whatever. And, they was asking him about groupies and things of that nature, whatever, right? So then he said, well, he was celibate, and he said that that he had to date a black woman, somebody was racist like him, right? And I was like, yo, so he was just kind of going back and forth from saying that he was racist. So he'll say some conscious stuff, but then he'll go back to some cool stuff, right? He'll say some conscious stuff, then go back to some cool stuff, right? So when he said he was celibate, Charlemagne said, oh, well, you're not gay, are you? Like, he was just assuming he wasn't gay, right? So when he said, you're not gay, are you, like that, right? And the dude was like, well, maybe I might be. And I'm like, wait, I had to pause and rewind it. Like, wait, what did he say? So he said, yeah, I might have tried some things, this and that. I mean, it was just weird, man. Like, I'm like, man. I mean, he was sitting there with his feet like he was like he was curled up like in a. I don't know if he had shoes on, man. This nigga looked like he was homeless, but he was talking crazy, like just weird and crazy, right? Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't know. Grown ass man. Don't know whether or not he's gay, but that's a whole nother subject. Anyway, so obviously he wasn't married then, and now he's married, and we obviously he's married too. So I just wanted to, I don't know if you've seen that interview. I just wanted to get your reaction to that, brother.
Yo, I remember that one, and I remember one of the key things in that interview was him saying that he needed to come home to somebody racist like him, right? But like you were saying, that he was going in and out. So they pick and choose these guys who they want to give you. But none of these niggas never really giving you nothing real. All this stuff is shit that's okay, all right, well, that's good. But what's that really going to do? I know that myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no nigga up there coming up
consciousness.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like
some Black Lives Matter shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That
some United Nations shit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that tonight too, y'all. We're gonna talk about the United Nations, aka UNDRIP and ADRIP, and all those things tonight too. So we're gonna get it in tonight. As a renegade, man, and as a man, we have to reject bullshit, man. And Childish Gambino is bullshit. The whole now his video makes sense. This is America. It just makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense why he was acting the way he was acting, because he don't know. You know what I mean? 4 years ago he didn't know. So I just think it wouldn't be hard for him to do certain things or whatever, And so that's what it is. So for me, man, you can't be conscious. That's fake conscious to me. That's called control opposition to me. Y'all know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about a control opposition. Google it.
Yo, but listen, how don't you know your sexuality, man? Like you just wake up and say, tomorrow I want to be with a man. Like where you? But you know what though? See, when you be all chummy with these Europeans, man. See, one thing you got to understand about them, right? They do little initiations, even at work. Even at work, if you working around some so-called alpha men, they always playing homosexual games. Like, and I've seen this shit to the point to where you might have to put a motherfucker in a full Nelson or something, like, yo, playing around or something, like, yo, because they will keep on playing. I would watch this joker at work. These niggas just disrespecting him, man. And I told him, I was like, dude, you gonna have to fight one of them one day. Like, it's that bad. Like, it's to the point to where you might have to come to work one day and just start teeing off on niggas and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he let it get to that point or whatever. And I said, you should have nipped that shit in the bud, man, playing with them, man. You thought you was all in. And I felt bad for him. He's a kid from another country or whatever. I think he was an Arabic kid, whatever. He started trying to be all chummy, trying to get all up cool with them. And them niggas started playing him out, man. Well, I seen, yo, I was over there watching this shit, man, one day, man. And I really don't want to say, because it's kind of graphic and it is disrespectful what they did to him. But I said, yo, if that was me, bro, I'm not even going to say what I would have did online, on air, but definitely that would have been a high risk situation, and I would have definitely went from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the dude Childish Gambino, you can tell he grew up around Europeans, and you can tell, like I said, they play them games for a living to where they will make you question your sexuality. You know what I'm saying? If you around them type of jokers. See, one thing about us is we don't play that shit. When I was coming up, you know, you had uncles that used to say, you know, that used to be like, man, you ain't gay. Like, they used to be checking you to, man. No, listen, no disrespect to anybody who might be out there who listening. Shout out to everybody. No disrespect to your sexuality. Understand that. But we being real, okay? I mean, like, maybe this conversation ain't for you. If you're sensitive to it or whatever, but at the same token, man, for somebody to sit up there and say, man, I don't know, like, what kind of shit is that, y'all? Who does that? You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying, and then like try to elaborate about, oh, he got a white girl, and that's what they do. I believe he's in that new Han Solo movie. Have you seen a clip for that?
Yeah, I think I did see him in a clip of that.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and then, you know, I think he just went to the Met Gala and he had the I guess the illuminated eye on the back of his suit jacket and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, man. You know, like I said, man, you know, they're gonna definitely push the effeminated man through. You know what I'm saying? The one that they know that's controlled, i.e. James Baldwin. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, that's just all I can say is to each his own. You know what I'm saying? But I don't listen to that.
That nigga
and it's not real to me. You know what I mean? As a man, I tune out. Like, I didn't even hear the song. Like, when I seen the video, I was disturbed from my ears. Like, all I just seen was a nigga just with his shirt off dancing like weird. You know what I mean? It just didn't look right with hips and shit. Nigga, I'll slap the shit out you. Hey, listen, man, all I thought about was slapping my phone. Like, I was looking at it, I was like, I just want to slap my phone, like, slap this nigga, man. Hey, listen, I would really slap you, Childish Gambino, a.k.a. Donald Glover, for real, bro. I was like, wake up, nigga, I'll slap the shit out you. Holmes. Hey, man, listen, man, he didn't have a daddy or something in his life or whatever to not, obviously, to let that type of shit go on right there. No, and, you know, that's just how I feel about it, man. Shit. For real, y'all. It ain't even, you know, it ain't even a thing. Because at this point, he's representing the heterosexual men, right? So, like, he just be like, anything is a go. Like, yo, we can do anything, y'all. You know what I mean?
If they don't have the package in here, we'll just go there because we'll get the
Yeah, man, that nigga, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what though? He was making like he was telling me. Like, I seen that video. I was like, man, they making all these weird body gestures and shit. Like, I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, that ain't my cup of tea right there. I can just look at. I can look at the.
Hey, I didn't even like Stay Woke.
Yeah,
sound like a dead cat. gotta stop this madness, y'all. We got to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nigga talking about shit,
I'm
he's
like, that's a man.
you know, he's conscious. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, after you done been on YouTube watching videos and watching niggas talk about how to do a third eye meditation and all that. Why the fuck would you resort to it? Some freak booty nigga like him talking about he's conscious? Like, you done heard nigga talk about third eye meditating. You done heard nigga talk about they done been aboard a spaceship with grays and with reptilians and shit. And the shit he said was conscious. Like you like, oh shit. Like, are you serious? Like
but you know what, though, crazy though, man. Like anybody that just speaks out against the obvious things, you know what I mean? Like it's just 101 so-called consciousness. And like I said, at this point right now, if you hit the nail on the head, man. If you're not speaking Aboriginal consciousness in 2018 and into the future, you are a zombie. I don't know what else to tell you. And every time I try my best to support the Pan-African brothers and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They platforms and stuff. I just keep getting blocked because I gotta be truthful. I gotta say certain things like, yo, hey, civilization here is older. We have older structures, older bones, older people, everything's here. What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, yo, and they'd be like, block. I didn't even say nothing disrespectful. So I'm just like, at this point right now, you know, we got a lot of people that's just trying to suppress the evidence, you know. But you're not gonna suppress it, you know what I mean? We're on your ass, man. And like I said, man, we got to be here for each other, man, and we gotta love on each other, man. So that's my only mission, man, is to save lives this summer and pushing peace treaty initiatives. So even when I'm live, man, I'm gonna be in the streets. I'm gonna be out here talking to the brothers and sisters, man, loving on our family, man, and building. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And building something that we can say, yo, we have something. If we ain't trying to build nothing like that, man, what are we talking about? What are you doing GoFundMe's for? What are y'all talking about? Like, this is crazy. We need a whole new culture, a different culture in the Aboriginal community. You know what I'm saying? Of something that you got to show and prove. How about that? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I mean, that's where I'm at, man. And I mean, it's just so crazy now, you know. Shout out to Turtle Gang, right? They did a little mix up of that interview of Professor James Smalls. I think I'm gonna play that tomorrow on the history show. You know, just to mess around with that. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man, how their own master teachers are saying certain things. You know what I mean? That, you know, hey, yo, you know, we've been here for hundreds of thousands of years, and this and that and the third. You know what I mean? Half my family's here, and you know what I mean. And then I guess he was identified with his other half of his family being in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? What about the half here? And most people would say that, right? The ones that call themselves African Americans, right? But they just forget about their whole American family. You know what I mean? They just think about the ones that came on the magical slave boats. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. Yeah, brother. So this kind of all goes hand in hand because to me, UNDRIP or UN, the United Nations, UNDRIP, anything that's United Nations, right, is also attached to you know, Black Lives Matter, you know, eugenic societies, Masonic societies. You agree? The UN is set up by the Masons. You agree? So anybody that talks about UN, UNDRIP, all these other things or whatever, have to understand that these things are still attached to, in these dossiers and these paperworks and all this dumb shit is still attached to these people. So at some point, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we gotta grow up and really focus on things that's really gonna change our lives and change history. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with anything that anybody got that's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But if you, so yeah, so I'm not knocking anything nobody's doing. I'm just saying though, show and prove. Show me how this is working for you. Because if it's working for you, I'm definitely gonna use it for me. You know what I'm saying? So Peace and love to the family. I can't see the chat room right now. Hold on, maybe I can. Yeah, I can't see the chat room right now. So peace and love to the chat room, man. You know what it is, Tribe Up app. Be out next day or so, man. So, you know, we have our own Aboriginal American streaming our social network, you know what I'm saying? And we'll be able to do some of the things that we're doing on already on other people's platforms, whatever. So that's my baby right now, man. Something I'm excited about. You know, something I'm excited about. You know what I'm saying? Is building this thing up, man. You know what I'm saying? And being able to leave a legacy for, you know, my family and for future generations, man. So that's what I'm on, family. You know what I mean? So I'm just keeping it real with y'all. So we trying to build something, man. Build institutions, build networks, build channels, build stations. You know what I'm saying? Like what, so, you know, some of the things that are in the undrip and certain things or whatever, we should take advantage of things that will benefit us, right? But like I said, if it has strings attached to it, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm, you know, and that's when I say I'm a renegade tribe. I'm not focused on helping the invaders and these people who have created these tribes and these dolls and all these different things, and then put us in boxes and put us in traps. So yeah, I just think that a lot of those things are traps, family. Until somebody show me some clear something that yo, this is, I did this right here and I get a check every month, blah 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 blah. Y'all follow me? And everybody in my family get one. Then I'm with it. But until then, man, I'm trying to I'm just trying to be the best American I can be. You heard? We try to make America great again. So, hey, and if y'all, man, listen, man, stop letting the media push y'all buttons. Calm down. They're doing this on purpose to distract you, to infuriate you, and to keep you scared. Why are you so afraid of Donald Trump? What? Y'all loved him in Apprentice? These people are using this man to create fear in you. See, it's not rocket science, y'all. The mailman is enjoying the fear. The local bum, whoever, y'all, they're enjoying the fear that we are displaying as a community. So when you got somebody still talking about police shootings, niggas get shot every day, B. Y'all follow me? I'm on some real shit. Niggas get shot every day, B. I ain't about to be, that's not nothing to focus on. I say that seriously. I'm serious. If you're just gonna march, if you're just gonna cry, I don't want to be a part of that. Somebody get shot, I don't even care. I don't even look into it, y'all, because y'all not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do nothing. You're gonna cry, nothing gonna happen, ain't gonna just do the same thing. So I just be like, well, shit, nothing happened. Nobody went to jail, nothing, you know what I mean? So why do I care? Y'all see how it work? They're doing these things. The media is highlighting things to keep you afraid, to keep you under control, to keep you inferior, to keep you enslaved, man, for 400 years in your mind. And listen, when are you gonna stop being a slave after the 400 years is up? That's all I want to know. Can somebody please explain that one to me? After 2019, after you were so-called free, now what? What changes then in your mind? What happened differently? Are you gonna stop teaching slavery? Oh, we went through 400 years of slavery. Well, guess what? Y'all got that from the Bible. I can't find 400 years nowhere else on paper. Oh, here's 400 years of slavery on law. Right?
The country only 32 years old.
Nah, it ain't even that. It's like less than 90. But then guess what? They've been lying about the whole slave thing anyway. We were prisoners of war. They put a whole biblical story and made us wear it. Here, y'all were 400 years from Africa. Y'all crossed the sea. Fuck off, man. I'm banging on slavery just like that. Anybody that talk about slavery, fuck you. Because I do research on slavery. I do research on shipyards. I do research on manifests. I do research on everything that you should be doing research on when it comes to motherfucking slavery. Don't talk to me about slavery. When I say slavery fake, then all you gotta do is shut the fuck up. Because if I say slavery fake, then goddamn it, it's fake. How about that? Because goddamn it, if you were clocking in tomorrow, whatever, you're going, like people say it was a plantation, because they have studied the etymology of slavery. In other words, that are associated with this term. And being an employee is one of them. But guess what? We pay taxes, so we are a subject serfs of these people. So guess what? In their eyes, then we would be slaves. Guess what? That's absolutely right. So in 2019, do we not pay taxes no more? I hope I'm not. I want all mines. I want I want my back pay back, everything. I want back pay for my ancestors and everybody. Y'all on my land. Y'all literally not like, niggas be like, oh, this is my land, but they don't own no land. This ain't that. So I want mine. So that's why I'm fighting for mine. So I don't advise none of y'all to be telling nobody about y'all personal family and y'all's business. Tell them to fuck off. Anybody telling y'all trying to get y'all information, man, it's the police, man. Or they trying to steal your ID, man. So fuck off, man. I don't give no fucks. And listen, man, y'all got a problem with me, man. I already said we can't talk about it. I have my phone number. We can talk about it and everything, whatever. Please believe I'm not gonna make no videos. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to put some gloves on and fight. So I'm gonna call you out. I'll fly your ass out here. We can get in the ring, whatever the fuck. But I'm not hearing this no more, man. We're not gonna keep talking dumb. Like, we have proven our point, and these people are still talking crazy, and they're so desperate now that they'll do anything. Like, but every time they can't even do shows without addressing the so-called Aboriginal, and they acting like we was just from Australia or something.
And you know what?
We got fake ass teachers out here teaching that too. Stop telling people we Austronoids. We're not no fucking Southern people, man. That's late. That's new.
That's right.
Those are all crazy terms, man. Stop telling people that dumb shit. Don't tell nobody no Mongoloids is here, coming across no Bering Strait, nothing. Matter of fact, stop fucking teaching. How about that?
They ain't get no gold. They ain't get no gold, no copper, no diamonds, and none of that shit from Australia. They got it from the Americas first. So when they talked about the Aborigines and reconquering Jerusalem, they was talking about here. So, like you said, even about the slavery thing, man. See, people don't do no research. They let other people teach them. To where you're supposed to use the word, the teacher's a source for more research to become. The teacher ain't just the primary source, he's just one of the sources. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what people don't seem to understand, that, okay, if you said this and this is your teacher, I'm going to look up what your teacher talking about there. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, all of this is education, because if you paid money to go to school, you paid money to go to school, well, shit, we done been in class almost 2 semesters, man. You understand what I'm saying? We have been in class almost 2 semesters, man, teaching this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, and all people want to do, either amongst the unity, create disunity. You know what I'm saying? Put jokers on a block, chopping block, and say, "Oh, don't fuck with this person." And niggas run along and do it. I don't care, because the people who doing it, they don't make no videos, or they don't make nothing that's important. You understand what I'm saying? They don't make nothing that's important, and there ain't nobody who I follow. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I respect people who do real research and who put stuff out there. You know, I don't respect nobody who just be coming along, just talking, giving suggestions and shit. And then it like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing. All you doing is going back to this person's channel, taking shit, going to this person's channel, taking shit, going to this person's channel, taking shit. And at the end of the day, you pop shit about people who do real research. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. I mean, yo, my computer is making some noise.
Yeah, man. But back to the UNDRIP thing though, right? Like I said, you know, we do have certain rights and certain things that are just that nobody. I didn't think the UNDRIP had to tell me these things, right? You know what I mean? But when they say certain things like, oh, you have the right to have certain amount of radio stations and TV stations and stuff like that, right? I ain't seen a whole bunch of people say, "Oh yeah, let me go start 1 or let alone 14." You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of things, man. And when we get this information, like I said, we a lot of us go off of information that's not even true.
Yeah, he right though. But even on the UNDRIP and all that, the United Nations or whatever, if it works for you to the point to where you feel like you got some type of freedom or you separate from these African Americans, because it's all about being separate from these Negroes. You know what I'm saying? And it's about being separate but not separate. Not to the point to where you don't forget that your peoples. It's just to the point to where you're not classified along with them as in the same situation. You understand what I'm saying? But even if you go ahead and handle your business properly, if you do somehow, I don't even know. Like I said, I don't want to get into one of these tribes. I got a couple of different tribes in me or whatever. And like I told people, even if when you do your research, you might find out. All right, boom. Let's put it like this, right? You got your mother, you got your father. You got your father, mother, father. I mean, your father and mother. Then you got your mother, father, and mother. Okay, and then they go on your mother, father's mother, and then you got your mother. So you got all these different ancestors, right? Out of all these different ancestors, you might have all of these tribes in you. You might have all of the 4 primary tribes. You might be Powhatan. You might be Pequot. You might have a lot of different tribes in you. But you gotta do your research to find out. You sit up here, you know what I'm saying, making videos and shit, you know what I'm saying, like messing with people, talking about people, you know what I'm saying, content, or you know what I'm saying, carrying on. Yo, I gotta stop because this shit is making too much noise. Chief.
Yeah, man.
Go on, Bill for me.
Yeah, man. Peace and love to the American. I got it, man. American Aborigines, man. You know, we in the building. Sunday build. We hadn't done these in a couple weeks, actually. I'm glad we back out. You know, building on Sundays with the brother Thompson this one. Yeah, man. You know, it is what it is, man. Like I said, John, I think it's about showing and proving at this point right now, man. So we tribing up, man. It's go time right now. And yeah, you know, shout out to 5000 Elite. Go check out 5000elite.com. Shout out to my man Todd Data. Hardest working man in the community, man. He be making moves, man. So shout out to Todd Data. But yeah, and like I said, I support anybody, man, that's trying to do something, man. And you know, instead of just people sitting around complaining and not doing nothing. I'm not gonna sit around and help you complain. That's just crazy, you know. So shout out to everybody that's sincere, man. That's really putting in the work. Peace and paradise to y'all, man. Oh man, she should have taken it with her. But yeah, man. So your boy, so what else we got going on? Your boy Childish Gambino, man. That's weird. Yeah, he went in. So I can't see the chat room. So we'll go to the chat room real fast. Dude, calm down. Yeah, hold on. Go down the line. Shout out Rosier, brother. Said because shit build. That's right. James Gilmore. What it do? Oh, pause that. Yeah, we got Aboriginal Truth, Peace. That shit wasn't constant. Jomaine Hughes, Peace Brother. Alvin Tobar, Halito, Mark Falk, salute. Aboriginal Power, Peace. What it do, brother? What's up? We might be I don't know if the brother want to put out the link tonight, but we'll probably have Aboriginal Power come on tonight and build with us. Laney 5813, Peace Empress. DOT, Halito, Nino G. He said, let's touch on Freemasonry. Yeah, we might touch on that a little bit, you know, since we went into it with the UNDRIP thing. We might touch on that a little bit. Absolutely. Tribe ups, Professor Autochthon's one. That's right, Professor Autochthon's one. Yakub Muhammad, peace and blessings. Dandada 33, feathers all the way up. Halito. Okay. Kawa, peace and bliss. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going down. Numball driller. Oh God, what? Yeah, I don't be blocking motherfuckers, but nigga, I will beat you the fuck up. Composure, what it do, brother? Composer 415.
Hey, yo, I just sent a bunch of emails. I think I got Composure, Cameron Song, that's Aboriginal Power. Just check y'all emails. If you want to come in, y'all can come in. And anybody else, y'all want to drop your email?
Camo.
I have no problem with it. Just put it in the chat.
Daquan, Halito. Let me see what we got in here. I think I got everybody. Jaguar Olmec. Yo, you can drop your email in the chat too, bro. You know, you can come on here. Said she probably ain't worried about UNDRIP qualifying homosexuality. That's right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta always watch those groups that you know, they go around the world trying to give aid or whatever, but the people have to accept homosexuality and homosexuality teaching and things like that, you know what I'm saying, in their countries and their villages and shit like that. And, you know, a lot of times those people be overwhelmingly, especially in Africa, be rejected. You know what I mean? But, you know, you got a lot of people, man, be hungry. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't read the fine print. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's crazy, y'all. So you got to be careful, man, when people come in to give you something.
Yeah, I'm still with y'all. Just hold tight real quick. Yeah, man, I just sent a bunch of emails out. See Boney, Mr. Pond, Jay Rosie. Yo, just check your emails if you want to come in. I'm having a little technical difficulties, as you can see. My computer has a mind of its own. I don't know, Chief. Where you at, Chief? Peace, Aboriginal Power. What's up, bro?
Peace, A1. Peace, brother. It's always a pleasure. You have me on your platform.
Indeed, my brother. You want to build? Go ahead and build for a minute.
Yeah, man. I don't even know where y'all left off at.
I mean, you can go in with what you got going on, man. But what's good with you, man? Why you got everything? As far as the information, as far as you trying to find your way to your ancestry, how you making out with that?
Okay, yeah, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, been doing my genealogy. So far, like in the 1893. I'm still going back, and by the way, it's on my mother's side, so I ain't even got started on my father's side. But y'all know how that can go. So yeah, man, just been a lot of doodle in the game amongst the Aboriginal community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of separating, a lot of unloyalness. It's been addressed, and now it's time just to come together and build on some powerful shit. Cause we all we got anyway. So you know what I'm saying? If you ain't with it, just stay where y'all at.
That's right. But you know what it is? You only can build with people who everybody not gonna be common in this because some people got alternative motives. You know what I'm saying? Some people they got these fantasies about, you know what I'm saying, about certain schools of thought and who you can listen to and who you can't listen to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no part of no fucking cult. I listen to who the hell I want to listen to. If I hear fucking birds singing and I record it and bring some information back off of that or whatever, I'm gonna say something off of that.
Goddamn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we grown
Hell
ass
no.
we grown ass people. You say, oh, well, you can't be listening. You can't. He's part of the Moors. That's why he can't be teaching nobody that. Man, listen, shut the hell up. Ain't nobody telling nobody to go sign up no temples or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, man, there was people who was talking about certain information and people just can't understand it. Like they've been talking about this shit and they pretty much opened the doors for people to do further research on this. And that's what it's all about. Can't sit there and get in your feelings when you the one pumping the videos and making, you know what I'm saying? You benefiting from this. You benefiting from people hard work. With some people like my brother Hakeem Bey had to go to libraries and read books and have 4 or 5 different books open at 4. You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing real research, not just Googling some stuff and reading off of the screen like we doing. We talking about jokers who really had to do to be able to present this information, write it out, go back, and you know what I'm saying, present this information to a crowd of people. But somebody want to build, man. Peace to everybody, man. We got we got my brother Jaguar. Who else we got? Aboriginal Power and who that composer?
Composure.
Composure 415.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Peace, my brother. How you doing, man? Peace to everybody, man. If y'all want to start off by one, I never had the brother Jaguar. You can go and then let the brother Composure go and then give it back to Chief or Aboriginal Power and we can go back and forth from there, man. So y'all have anything particular y'all want to build on or just give a brief introduction about yourself so everybody know who y'all are. Start with Jaguar.
All right, peace, y'all. Peace, fellas. Much respect. Salute. Y'all already know, man. Doing it big for the fam, man. My main thing is strength and progression. Every time I come in, that's like my greeting, man. Strength and progression to the family. So that way we speaking this thing into existence and keep it in flowing gravy, man. I got a little channel we starting up. Me and Aboriginal Power, we've been building strong lately. We finna get some things going community-wise. Been planning on, getting more active and doing more of our own personal recruitment for, real Aborigines of the land. You know what I'm saying? Just for information, not to join no gang or nothing like that, but just strictly helpful information to help people progress, man, and become stronger, man. And that's all I'm here for, man. Anything I can do or say or whatever, man, that's what I'm here for. But I'm really all about action. I really don't like to keep talking and talking and talking, but our people need it, and that's what that's what we got to do. That's what I'm gonna give them. But I'm ready to start doing something, man. For when
Right.
we in the chats, we should be linking up. You know what I'm saying? When they all see our emails, if you really real about this, you know what I'm saying? Hell, hit us up too, man. That's how I am with mine. I ain't saying everybody want to put theirs out there like that, but anybody who really real and really want to build, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm straight and I ain't for no bullshit. And if you're coming with the bullshit, then that's just how it's gonna end. But hey, I'm just here to keep it moving, man. I ain't trying to, step on nobody's toes, reroute nobody. I'm just trying to keep you going, reaching your higher self. And just like what A1 saying, you gotta take the information however it can relate to you from whatever source, man. You limit yourself to one source, it becomes a religion again. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody should have their own personal religion, but I don't, I wouldn't advise nobody to get stuck just, taking information from just one source. You know what I'm saying? That's really insanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna progress doing that. So I studied coming up from the Moors as well, the Nubians. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I done been around a couple of Masons. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in no lodge. I ain't initiated in nothing. I done studied some of the spiritual systems. A lot of them, that was my main thing, trying to see how we can really elevate spiritually, because I felt physically, either way, if you ain't got no fight in you, you wiped out. So how can you connect on a spiritual base, like really working with your element and, really trying to communicate with animals? What are the birds really saying? You know what I'm saying? When you get out here, me and Aboriginal building, we was building like, yo, we got to start taking trips in the woods. You know what I'm saying? And really seeing what we can do. Cause it might just get that real. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with it, man. On the
Right.
action. Word.
Go ahead, Composure, where you at?
What's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you,
brother.
Okay, for sure, man. Shout out to A1 and Chief Holiday and everybody else that's on here. I'd like to just appreciate the fact y'all having me on here again. I was on here quite some time ago when I had my auntie Yafa Bay. You dig what I'm saying? We was on here together quite some time ago. But I really love this channel, man, because you keep, what I'm saying, keeping our minds focused on what we need to be really thinking about. And one thing that's really bothering me more and more is all these motherfucking foreigners in this country, man. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's just like they are deliberately allowing all these motherfucking foreigners to come here. It's just like I I ain't gonna say I'm racist or anything, but I'm about really tired of all these motherfuckers, man. I don't understand like the fuck what's the fucking point? Like one of the last videos you did, bro. You had said something very major. I can't quote it word for word, but you was basically saying how in these other motherfuckers' country they got the ability to make food. They could you know what I'm saying, they know how to make fire and shelters. Like why the fuck, you know what I'm saying, they need to come to America? Like any kind of technology that they don't got over there, you was basically saying that why don't the fuck they won't build it them damn selves instead of trying to take over, you know what I'm saying, or take advantage of what, you know what I'm saying, the Aboriginal people over here has created for the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? That was some true shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these motherfucking foreigners may come over here, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like all of them is just pushing out babies, tons of babies, you know what I'm saying, left and right. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the way I see it, bro, we under motherfucking direct attack, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to figure out what this shit, like, what is this shit all about, man? Because one thing that's for damn sure, man, is that we for sure can't go to Mexico and build a taco stand without a motherfucking the drug cartel or the Mexican government. You dig what I'm saying? Fucking up our shit, trying to you dig what I'm saying? Extort us. You know what I'm saying? But yet still, they got all this shit. Like I'm in a grocery store, you know, so just doing some basic shopping, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mexicans, man, they got cheese. They got their own motherfucking cheese on the grocery store shelves. You dig what I'm saying? They got the TV channels, their own networks and shit. But when it comes to us, man, we ain't got shit. I mean, we got stuff, but you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody just taking over all our shit, man. You know what I'm saying? This is very sickening to me, man. And at this point, I'm just really fucking frustrated with all this bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, when is this shit gonna really come to an end? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And what are they really trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody besides y'all and I said a few little things that I do from time to time, and my auntie pushing out this information. Ain't nobody really talking about this shit, man. And then I listen to a lot of AM radio. You dig what I'm saying? So I be listening to what a lot of these other motherfucking white people be having to say. And they had said something the other day, man. They was saying something like they was talking about black people or so-called black people in their leaders or whatever. They was trying to say like, well, who speaks for the majority of the black people? Like, who's the black people leader? They was talking about Farrakhan and Condoleezza Rice, and they was trying to say, well, who's going to step up and do all these little things when it comes to advocating for the rights of the so-called black or African American people. This is like, it need to be more of us. You dig what I'm saying? To call into
You know what it
radio
is?
station.
It composure. Let's go back and forth with what you're saying, because that you saying something that got content. All right, so boom. So you saying you don't understand why they let all these people come over here. Check this out, right? Let me put you on something, right? I just had to do a classroom project, right? And we did, actually, a couple of the people in there, because I'm in an economics class, right? And it's kind of relating on what we do, what we talk about right now, right? So and it all kind of relates. It's just you have to just grab this shit out the air and put it towards how you want to finesse it, or how you want to manifest it through the literature, right? So boom. So all right, 1965, right? Prior to 1965, the 1965 Immigration Act, right? They was only letting Europeans come over here prior to that. In 1965, they let other immigrants from Africa, from the Dominican Republic, from different chains like Philippines, India. All of these people you see here are straight results of 1965. Now ask yourself this question, right? Why in 1965, why would they allow immigrants to come over here after that? Because they kind of got to the picture of it that black people, that if anytime we wanted to stop the system, we can do it. And they learned that through the boycotts and everything. So they said, we need to start getting a different workforce here. So they let all these immigrants come here. So understand, they don't, when these immigrants try to say they're the same as you, they not the same as you, because they signed paperwork to come here. And like I said, in most of their countries, they're not fucking starving. They just want to come here to go to Disney. Like I was at work the other day. Excuse my computer, y'all. And Snake Joker gonna ask me about Disney World, bro. I said I would never take my children to Disney World, right? He said, why, you ain't got the money? I said, nah, because Disney was a pedophile and he was a satanic motherfucker, right? So he said something else, right? So, you can't talk to people and tell people certain things because they don't know. They just don't know. They get their sources from these ignorant people on the news. And that's what they do. And most of these immigrants, they come here, they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed by, democracy. But democracy is what was hanging people. Democracy is what was sicking dogs on us, getting us killed, getting us lynched. That's democracy. You understand what I'm saying? So when you say you don't understand why these people are here, because they want these people to be here. These people, they allow to come here and open up. You got Mexican on Wall Street. You got Chinese Wall Street. You got India Wall Street. And they allow these people to do because they're going to be willing participants and they're going to be complacent and compliant. But if you know who you are, then that shit shuts everything down. Because when you ask me, I asked a motherfucking immigrant quick, have you ever met an American Indian? You've been here all this time on this land and you're not concerned about the people who was here first? And that's how you know. That's how you know people don't care. People don't care about who. They don't even care. If I go to somebody's country, I want to meet the people of the land. I don't want to meet no damn fucking people who been assimilated and been bought there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet the original people of the land, which is us. So, you right about that. But as far as the leadership, it can never be like that, because that they want to know who the leader is so they can pick them off. You know what I'm saying? They want to know who the voice is for these communities so they can pick them up. Because understand this, right? The difference from us and all other countries and all other people who are in this country is this, right? Most people, with the exception of some of the Latin countries, because they don't really have too much, like their embassies don't do shit for them. But as far as like China, India, some of the other European countries like Australia. Like just like that lady got shot in by that Sudanese brother or whatever, and the Australian government spoke out about that, right? You heard that, right? How the Australian government spoke out about it. The same thing will happen if something happened to a Chinese person. The same thing will happen. Something happen to India. What's going to happen if one of these poor little niggas out here get killed, shot down? They gonna call Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson to put on a good show. Like they're gonna let them sit there and talk some liberation shit, and after that, someone gonna get paid, and you ain't gonna never hear no more about it. And then it's going to the next shooting, to the next one, to the next one, and then it goes on and on and on because we don't have no nation. Then you have to understand something. We are in the belly of the beast. We're in the snake pit because we don't know who the snakes are because a lot of the snakes are our own people. A lot of snakes are our own people. So you can't even how you gonna find a snake when the snake looks just like you?
Yeah, that's true. But there's ways of identifying them, but you motherfucking right about that, man. I'm all about smashing on any and every motherfucking body that's not about the truth, man. I don't really give a fuck about what color it is, what they look like, man. If you ain't standing, especially like when it comes to our melanated people, man, because like you said, there's a lot of snakes, man. But if they ain't standing on the truth and they ain't really about it, man, like man, hey, man, some of us just is just in the way, need to be taken out. You know what I'm saying, on some real shit, man. Because that's the only way, man. You're gonna have to set fire to everything, man, and so have to rest from there. You know what I'm saying? Because for a nigga like me, man, I'm tired of this shit, man. So whatever it takes, you dig what I'm saying? Like the same thing. Like if we go to their country and start try to set up shop, they're gonna shut us down. So why we ain't shutting they shit down when they come over here? That's what you know what I'm saying. And all this so-called fear about what the government and all this you know what I'm saying, what they might do or whatever the fuck. Because the truth of the matter is when we organize or just us, period, man, we the real motherfucking government, man. So
you know what though, composure. You know what the real witness is to us, to where we won't leave these places unoccupied, to where they can come in and get them. That's what the main thing is. These people gonna sell it to whoever come and get it, man. Whoever got the money. So you can never really fault them for that, but you have to fault us for us not being innovative to be doing shit, because it shouldn't be no reason why we ain't out here selling no fried chicken or we ain't selling no soda. That's money.
Exactly,
That's
and just like everybody that's out here hustling and grinding in the streets, man, there ain't no excuse. You know what I'm saying? You got places like Chicago, Detroit, you know what I'm saying, all over the you know what I'm saying, West Coast and on the South, where you got all these abandoned places and you know what I'm saying, all this unused land and fucked up houses, man. If you get money from the block and from the streets, and you get any kind of street hustling or whatever, and you ain't trying to flip and take control of your neighborhood, man, you ain't doing shit for your people, man.
right.
Period.
If you're standing there fresh all day, standing in the fucking dilapidated community, you the only person, you fresh, you the only one, like, you getting money. Like niggas like that should be the niggas who should be in the van should just pull up. Somebody should just throw them in the fucking van, and that be the end of them niggas, man. You know,
because it's like with take places like Detroit, because Detroit niggas, they don't want you to talk about them, man, because they, you know, straight killers and all some other shit. But it's a lot of niggas out in Detroit, man, for instance, you know what I'm saying, not to just segregate them or whatever, but there's a lot of niggas out there getting big money, man. But you also got a lot of motherfuckers, you know, in Detroit, you can damn near get a house for $1. So it ain't really no excuse for niggas that's out there getting money that can't transform and buy they whole just a whole neighborhood. You dig what I'm saying? And transform that shit. The same goes from, you know what I'm saying, that same shit goes towards Chicago, throughout the Midwest, and even out here in wherever else you at on the map though. You didn't want it don't make no fucking sense, man. I don't have like, you know what I'm saying, I don't get it, man. And it makes me lose respect for a lot of niggas, man. It's just like, okay, y'all doing all this shit. But what are y'all doing to take control back over to? Because one thing you hear about, oh, they moved the jobs or the factory's not here no more. It's like, nigga, why don't you just build your own shit? Like out here in the Bay, like where I'm at, Cali, man, in Oakland. You dig what I'm saying? They got hella abandoned warehouses and old factories and shit. It's like all these niggas that claimed that they was selling dope, pimping hoes, or whatever the fuck they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying, buying these old buildings, rebuilding them or getting them back up to code and producing your own shit, man? You know what I'm saying? It's all sucker shit.
You know what though, composure? See, to have the mind to do that, you have to be around other people who got the mind like that. So a lot of people I know we talk down on some of these institutions that can educate you, or like it's not even being educated by the institution. If you went to school for plumbing and Chief Holiday went to school for carpentry, and then my brother Jaguar, he went to school for electrician, and then somebody else went to school for, let's say, something like um engineering or something. You should be the teachers and teaching the other kids how to do it. But
Right.
we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't sit there and give our time out. See, back in the day, you had blacks that used to donate or dedicate some of their time throughout the week to trying to educate the brothers who was willing to listen. Now it's not like that. Now it's about, oh, I need that bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of it's kind of like move forward to that, to where rent is so damn high to where you can't do nothing but work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in certain
Yep.
areas, you know what I'm saying? Rent so damn high, all you could do is work. You ain't got no other option, but damn, you got to take every opportunity you got to pay that rent so you can have some extra money too where you can survive. And if you got a woman who constantly, oh man, I want this and I want that, or you one of them dudes who constantly just throwing the money up in the air, you know what I'm saying? Then you already know how that is. So you have to, you gotta go through one of these. Like, listen, like Noble Drew Ali said, and I'm not talking no more, so I'm just talking about Timothy Drew, period. He said, go get a good European education because they the one who got your science. So you have to go back through them and get it. If your people ain't going to teach it to you, where the fuck you going to get it from? Unless you want to sit there. I mean, we can sit here and watch on YouTube how to build a house, but you're going to have some type of mathematical skills. You're going to have to know how to use a levy and use these instruments for us to be able to do this shit, right? We just can't like, oh, well, what's this? Like, we're going to go out there and build the house and motherfuckers going to be like, well, what's this? What we do with this?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That shit right there is we ain't gonna get nowhere. Like, you know, so you have to have some type of education. You have to. You cannot be scared to go back and take this information from these Europeans and do something with it. You can't. You can't. Even if you're an apprentice of something, you gotta understand what am I doing this for? What is the end game to this? Oh, the end game is that I'm gonna be a teacher and I'll be able to take some young brothers under my wing and help them and show them the ropes and show them how to do it. That's what's supposed to be done. But we don't do that. We don't even do that with our own fucking children half the time. Not less some kids out there who do need help. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's pretty much where it starts from, is educating us, knowing, look, man, you see all these houses around. That's why, man, I be riding by. Because I'm into all that. So I be telling other kids, like, bro, that's your bag right here, nigga. Look at all these houses. You out here trying to sell, trying to sell drugs, nigga. Look around. It's money. You have an opportunity where you can build, you can fix your community up, you can get with the rest of these brothers, you can go down and talk to the man, see how you can start getting some of these properties, and then start fixing them up. Once you get the properties, you're gonna have credit. They're gonna give you a loan, a rebate loan to fix your the property up, and then you go from there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, jokers, they don't want to do that. They want to sell drugs.
Why do you think niggas don't want to do it though?
Because they don't see they don't see the end game in doing it until they sitting there complaining about other people in their community. See, then that's the only time when they want to do it, when they sitting there complaining like, oh man, you got these Russians living around the corner from me. You're like, what? You got Chinese people living across the street, like in the same house that you've been sitting there. You've been sitting on the house that whole time, and then one day somebody said, yo, get off my steps. And you live around here, and they made you get off the steps, and you had to go sit on the side and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like, don't let me have to call the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you go, oh, okay, no problem, sir. You know what I'm saying? And that whole house been in the whole time, but your goofy ass, and not you per se, but the individual, you know what I'm talking about, how niggas be sitting out here, sitting in front of these houses and shit, and then somebody come one day and buy it, say, yo, this is mine, get off my land. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be some arrogant Caucasian or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they did in Harlem when they was buying all them brownstones. I used to see the brownstones all the way from on 145 all the way up. It wasn't nothing but brownstones, yo. They Dinkins was selling them shits for $1,000, bro. $1,000 brownstones that got 6 levels in it. That got a basement, sub basement, then got another they got a basement, a sub basement, then a first floor, second floor, third floor. I think the shit got like 5 floors in it, man. Like when you see the Cosby house, that shit got 6 levels to it, bro. That
Wow.
shit got 6 levels. Some of them shit got elevators in it, bro. I swear to God, I was in a brownstone that had a pool in the basement. It had a pool in the basement, man. And this nigga living room was so big. He had 4 living room sets and a pool table in it. So when I'm telling you, he had one area was a sectional, a big sectional, like a being your regular living room. And that shit didn't even, and he still had space. And then he had a spot where he had like a greenhouse in the backyard. Well, this is just one floor, bro. And then, like I said, and then you go up to the other floor. Yo, the shit. One of them had a full court basketball court in the basement. And it had an elevator in it, yo. I cannot believe I'm not making this shit up, bro. I'm not making this shit up. And they was giving them shits away on 132nd all the way up, yo. They ain't nothing but the brownstone. Now people, the Europeans that came, they done fixed them shits up. Them shits going for like 2.5 million now.
Wow.
And niggas ain't do nothing but stand out there and try to, you know what I'm saying? They ain't, but you have to have education in order to understand that. So in some way, shape, form of fair, education is important. Because even for somebody just to walk up who know about it, even if you hear a white dude walk up and say, well, man, you know this money right here. You know what I'm saying? And then brother might sit there and be like, yo, how's it money? Or then he might be, you know what I'm saying? He might be interested in trying to find out. But other than that, I say it's up to us, man. And that's the only thing, that's our only thing I say. That's what we got to do, though. But go ahead. I yield the mic.
Yeah, and one thing, I remember a while back I picked up some stuff from about a Goodwill because I always go shopping for a lot of books, man. I'm a professional book hunter, man. So when I don't know, damn, everything blanked out. Can y'all still hear me? Uh oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, everything just went hella quiet, man. But yeah, man. After leaving, the spot of buying books, there was this white cat in the parking lot. It just approached me at random. He was like, "You know what you should do is start going to estate sales." Like out of random, I was like, "Okay, what the fuck is an estate sale?" So these niggas started running it down to me, man. And shit, you not, man. I went to my first motherfucking estate sale probably like a week and a half ago, man. And basically, it's just a bunch of random motherfuckers running through motherfucking house, man, just buying all kind of shit, man. But I got it was like an old white bitch that had died, and all her shit was just scattered, man. But she had a lot of books, man. I mean, I done found some they, a lot of historical books, man, that a nigga, could really use and need. You know what I'm saying? They had some stuff about what to do with the power of attorney, what you do, building your trust for your family and protecting your family estate. I mean, I think this is one of the things that, more motherfuckers, should think about trying to do if they got some extra money, man. Go check out these estate sales. Cause like after going to my first one and seeing what it's about, man, a lot of motherfuckers be having shit in their house, man. You just don't know. They, especially when it comes to these historical books, man, because I go around to the most random places to find books, like, especially when it comes to our history. I done found old ass books about, Native Americans, American Indians, all that shit, man. And then also all kind of law books, like, man, like y'all gotta start checking out these spots, man, because you'll be surprised, who might have your information stored away. You know what I'm saying? It might be up for grabs, man. So, that's something I checked out, man. I just wanted to add, just a few things that, that's just been going through my mind, the past few days, man. But main thing, man, like you just finished touching on, is just all these damn motherfucking immigrants, like you were saying, they deliberately, allowing them to come here, man. So, yeah, you're right about the education, man. Motherfuckers really need to step it up, but I just try to do my part. I just represent the truth, man. I'm all about each one, teach one. So whatever little bit of knowledge that I have, I always, have always been willing to pass it on, man. That's just the foundation of my life, man. Because I can't do nothing with it if I just keep it all to myself, man. I gotta pass it on. You gotta pass the torch, man. That's what it's about. So that's all I really got to say for right now, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
hey, composer. I wanted
Yeah.
to see you, brother. Thank you for joining the panel again tonight, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I wanted to, man, publicly thank you for the work you did on that that one situation, the sinful peace situation, brother. I gotta say it because I gotta say it, man, because if anybody's gonna get a Sonetta TV award or any kind of award, I think you should definitely be nominated for award for that's great. That's great work, brother. That's great exposure, because from a perspective, from the exposure and everything that this brother is getting, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have had a clue, right? I would have been tuning in, listening to this. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
And when I seen that video, bro, it just changed everything up for me, man. But you know what's crazy though, fam? People still follow this guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, people are still subscribed. People are still listening. People are still donating. People are still doing it even after they see clear evidence.
Yeah, man.
What more you need?
People is weird as fuck, man. Yeah, people weird as fuck, man. But you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker might be working with the motherfucker government and police, man. You dig what I'm saying? But after that shit had went down, man, the very next day, you dig what I'm saying? He blocked me on everything when it comes to social media. You know what I'm saying? And did talk major shit about me. But one thing about the situation, you see, I represent the streets, man. Ain't no real motherfucker in the streets fucking with that motherfucker. He got the internet, you know what I'm saying, believing in his bullshit, but you know what I'm saying, that is a true motherfucking government agent if I ain't never seen or heard one before, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, motherfuckers really need to be careful about, you know, following individuals like that. You know what I'm saying? That was a situation.
Who are you talking about?
It's a cat on
Tell a story.
Okay.
I mean, I know you ain't gotta put nobody name in it, but just just fill them in. Just you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a cat. I don't give a fuck, man. That nigga sucker, man. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got echo.
You dig what I'm saying? I'm certified out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, listen, look, bro. Listen, my man. We know, man. Real talk. It's all good, but if you want to say names, say them. If you don't have to. But
okay, for sure.
I'm curious to what you're talking about.
It's a cat on YouTube by the name of Sinful the P, man. They claim to be a pimp, you know what I'm saying, that's been manipulating the masses on, you know what I'm saying, on street life, supposed culture, you know what I'm saying, and everything else, man. And come to find out that this motherfucker had impregnated a 13-year-old girl, you know what I'm saying, raped her. She was mentally challenged, had a baby with her. You dig what I'm saying? And it came out all in court. The whole motherfucking court testimony, all that shit is all on YouTube. They even got the DNA evidence where the lawyer and the judge was saying that it's a 1 out of 400 billion chance that the kid is not his. And that's more than people that's on the motherfucking planet. Man, you know what I'm saying? The baby is his. He did rape the 13-year-old mentally challenged girl. You know what I'm saying? And somehow beat the case. You know what I'm saying? But nigga's a pedophile, man. But this nigga's all on YouTube getting all kind of thousands of views and people donating money to him. And it's just a really sad point in life and history, man, where you have a known pedophile who has raped somebody and people are willingly giving him money over the internet so that he could take that and in turn probably rape and victimize, you know what I'm saying, however many more motherfucking people that, you know what I'm saying, he you know what I'm saying, he might harm. You feel me? And so my issue is I represent the streets for real, man. That's my legacy, man. I've always been about the truth. So when it comes to somebody like misrepresenting the streets or the game, especially when you talk about pimping and home, man, you're saying all fake shit is gonna get exposed, man. And I just had to put the record straight out there that ain't nobody that's real certified in the streets vouching for him. He is not a representative of anybody that has been in the fast life period, he don't get respect from absolutely nobody. And ain't nobody got no love for that motherfucker, man. Like that's some fake shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers like that end up really losing their life out here. And this shit is not a fucking game. So it's a real problem, man, because when you have people like this that get put on this pedestal and is projected out to the rest of the world, the motherfuckers are, when certain individuals, when it comes to the streets, already get a bad rep because of situations like that. It just makes it even worse when you have motherfuckers like him perpetuating the stereotype, who is actually a motherfucking pedophile. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is not cool, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but don't they got a pedophile movement or something like that though?
Who
Yeah,
got
it's called Nuwapians.
well, shit, man. I can see why.
But composure.
Is allowing this, but check this out. I don't mean to cut you off, but check this out. I can see why the government or anybody else will allow for this type of shit to be around, because they got organizations like what's it, NAMBLA, the NAMBLA, the Man Boys Lover Association. You know what I'm saying? Even in a lot of other industries, man, especially in the entertainment industry, like there's a lot of like pedophilia type shit going on, like, you know what I'm saying, like even for motherfuckers that's into like adult entertainment, you will see they have like where they will project that image of pedophilia, where you have, you know, say they'll have a 21-year-old actress dressed up as somebody younger, then you have like a you know, they'll just that image out there. So you know what I'm saying, right. The European society, I can see why they'll allow situations and characters like that to exist and not nothing happened to them, because I'm like, how the fuck are they allowing this to actively go on YouTube? Like, this is some shit that you should be seeing like on CNN or some shit. Like, oh my god, this motherfucker's talking about he a pimp, and he's talking about how he did it, how he got away with it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, it's crazy though. Hey, but real quick though, not to cut you off though, but I wanted to add to something you were saying, right? When I was watching, you know what I'm saying, and he was explaining it before I had seen what you had did, right? So he was explaining it, and he said that he had never touched the girl. So I was like, okay, well, I didn't know nothing about it, right? So then when you came out with the evidence and came out with what you came out with, then now he's saying that he didn't know how old she was. So for me, I've already heard you out your mouth say that you never had sex with her. Now that the DNA has came back and they're saying that the baby's yours, that you the pappy. Now you're saying that she had fake ID, you didn't know, blah, 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 and you got food. And I just want to, kind of address that too.
Yeah, then his partner came out with another video after that talking about how they got the plug on motherfucking fake IDs and know where to go and all the shit. So it's just like, what in the fuck? Like, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's insanity. You know what I'm saying? And hey, fake shit got to get exposed. You know what I'm saying? And I just represent the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And I could give a fuck less about anything else, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like fake shit on any level, man. And when it comes to fake shit like that, that's getting exposed. Period, blank, hands down. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, that's just how I rock, man. You know what I'm saying? And them niggas know they can't approach me with shit, man. So motherfucker got an active problem with me, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why motherfuckers gotta be blocked on all kind of levels of social media, man. Because I could give a fuck less, man. I'll take a charge or whatever. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? About this sucker shit right here, man. You feel me? But yeah, man, that shit is not cool. And one thing that, you know what I'm saying, with my channel and the network that what I have been doing is we wasn't trying to promote or encourage anything when it comes to street life activities. We was just trying to let people know about the rights and wrongs and the true ways of how things were. And separating the lie, you know what I'm saying, the truth from the lies and all the fake shit, so motherfuckers can have a better sense of awareness of what's going on out here, so that they won't lose their life. So if they have a family member or they come across somebody that they know that's lost out here in the streets, they can have a better way of pointing them in a right direction. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, knowledge is knowledge. If it's truth, if it's truth, man, you can always be able to apply it in some way or some degree, man. Rather if you live in that kind of life or not, you need to know what you up against. You need to know the rights and the wrongs, man. So that's what we have done, and a lot of people over the years have dedicated their time, you know what I'm saying, from out of their life to let people know, like, hey, this is not this is not something that you need to be fucking with. But if you're gonna be out here doing this, then you need to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, your T's is crossed and your I's is dotted, man. You dig? So that's what it's always been about. And because of that, for over 12 years strong, our network has kept thousands of motherfuckers out of jail and from getting killed. You know what I'm saying? And we have also ended a lot of people's careers, man, that was on a lot of fake shit, man. So yeah, I'm like one of the most hated motherfuckers, man, when it comes to this shit, man, because I represent the truth, and motherfuckers know and left me for that, and I get respected all over the world, man. So I appreciate you, Chief Holiday, for recognizing and acknowledging that video, man. And for anybody else that that has seen that individual that was spoke of, man, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you follow and watch.
You got a channel, Composure?
Yes, Composure 415.
Man, I ain't know that, man. All right, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check your channel. Just shot your channel. I let the people know. And anybody else who got a channel up there, let people know too. So I mean, so people can definitely go view your content, man. While y'all up here.
Yeah, man. Go to my YouTube, Composure 415.
Baby.
Yeah, man.
Chief
Well,
got a
we
channel
gotta,
too. They got a channel too, man. Chief, well, I mean, rep your channel. Let people know to go to your channel, man. When you gonna be doing your builds.
yeah, man. Indians in the hood. We got Renegade Tribe TV. Indians in the hood on the Chief Holiday channel. So y'all see the bull, follow the bull, hit the bell, like subscribe. Yeah, man. We taking it to the next level, man. As far as encompassing all entertainment when it comes to America, and anything that we're doing in America is Aboriginal. So get that straight. And this is a Autochthon new. So Composure broke something that's important. Now we're not protecting these babies. I don't know what else we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some of the people that are following dude may not know the whole story. Maybe they're getting a fluff story. But this is something that definitely needs to be exposed, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like the same way we exposed the Nawapians and the mess they had going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is something that needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we sweep this under the rug in our community. Now, This is not a Aboriginal thing. This is not a Pan-African thing. This is a human thing. It's protecting these damn babies come first before anything. I don't care who you are. If you fucking with these babies, we want your head. For real, for real.
Real shit. Hell yeah.
That's a fact.
Straight up. So on with everything else, we just, we cool, but we really want your head. So the least we can do is expose motherfuckers and not be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all niggas following this stuff, supporting, that's crazy to me, man.
Yeah, that's
same way motherfuckers follow York still. I call him Dr. Port. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to all the brave Nuwapians, ex-Nuwapians that left that, man, and was brave enough to come forward, man. Peace to y'all, man, especially with all the cult followers and the mind control that was over them, man. I think that's amazing, man. That, so I support them all the time, man, when it comes to, telling their story and you know what I mean? Because a lot of times, at first people wasn't opening up their platforms for it. And then we find out that they was in bed with them. So yeah, it's a lot of things, man, that needs to be exposed in this community. People are still supporting Greek Bambaataa. That story needs to be told all the time. That should be told at least once a quarter. until something happens. Straight up, just keep it real. But you know, people scared though.
Yeah.
So, you know, or, you know, it'd be like, yo, I'm gonna mind my own business. Oh, and shout out to everybody, man. R. Kelly's finally getting his. So peace. Shout out to Charlamagne the God. Shout out to, you know, people that really, because Charlamagne didn't have to consistently put pressure on you know, on R. Kelly and blowing up his spot. So shout out to Charlamagne, man. He could have just been like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
yeah. That's one thing that we can all agree on is protecting these babies.
I wanted to speak on something else briefly because when you had spoke about the UN drip and the A drip, if you don't mind me just going back to, I had said in the comments, I said, you know, I fuck them documents. Like them documents is cool. If we could use some of them to our advantage, but I really feel like we need to make our own motherfucking shit because I haven't done a whole lot of history. I don't know who actually came up with them documents, and a lot of that shit is cool. But I just feel like at this point, like, we need to take what we can from about it, but we also need to create our own motherfucking shit when it comes to the protection of our people, man. Well, what do you feel about that?
That's a nation, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what the end game is. But what's the biggest problem? It's too many people who have been infiltrated. And even when people have tried to do that, they've been infiltrated, they've been knocked off, they've been bribed, you know what I'm saying? They've been manipulated in different ways. So there's a lot of different ways that happen. That's why you give the information to the people and let the people build with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them to let that shit marinate on them. Because the couple, you know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, we know. And more people understand. Like, I understand, like, I'm home. You can't no longer call me an African. I'm not the same as no immigrant who left their country to go nowhere. If anybody should have left, we should have got our asses up and went somewhere the way these motherfuckers were treating us, but we still here. So we still here. Why would anybody else leave their country to come here? And that's the shit I be talking about. Like, motherfucker, listen, you wasn't coming here, and that's why I say about these Africans. That's why you know that they not real, because you wasn't coming here when they was hanging up from trees. Then you want to come here and say you smarter than us when we had motherfuckers building cars back in the 1900s? Fuck out of here. And that's what people don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? We give away our history to be under somebody else. Ain't nobody, none of these other niggas smarter than us, man. Until you see a nigga, show me a nigga jump from the foul line, do what Michael Jordan did with his body. Show me a nigga who can do that with his body. Never mind what you can do with your hands. Show me some, you know what I'm saying? Show me some you can do shit with your body. You athletic. You know, you got talents outside of learning a book, something that can't be taught. We can do shit that can't be taught. Like Satchel Paige. You know, we talk about baseball. Satchel Paige pitched until he was 60 years old, man. Throwing a 95 a mile an hour fastball. And I know that's a minor feat. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, that's really not that important. But we have to look at our athletic contributions as well, because most people, we down athletic, you know what I'm saying, the athletes or whatever. But some of the athletes do some amazing stuff, man. You know what I'm saying, that can't be taught. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but man, that's pretty much what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to pretty much just try to like get the information away, man, and let people understand like what's the severity of it, man. You know what I'm saying? We not foreigners. You got people who come here who get better opportunities. You have to start expressing that, start, you know what I'm saying, like telling the Congress or telling whoever plan or whatever plans you have to try to get some resolution or some redress or whatever. You gotta start putting that in motion, man. Because it's not going to never happen if you just sit around and say, all right, well, and even if it's your own individual win, it could be a win for you individually, meaning that you can be fighting just for your, you know what I'm saying, for some land. And when you get your land, you won. So imagine if 40 or 50 more million so-called African Americans do the same thing. Even though that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's like, come on, man. Like to be for real. You know what I'm saying? These happy niggas rather work. I sit there and tell people all the time, man, you got Indians on reservations getting $5,000 a month check while you going to work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, I mean, that's what you want. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you just want your land to be left the fuck alone. You want fish. You know what I'm saying? You want to have birds and shit out there, run around with the dead. If that's what you want to do, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever. You have a waterfall in your backyard. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to start finding something out because, you know, if you got land and you got things that should be given to you, why work your whole life for something that you already got? You just got to claim it.
Facts.
So, I mean, you want to pass the mic to somebody else who want to build on something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna pick it back off what you said, man. You're absolutely right. It's a lot of shit that's tied to us, and we break our backs every day trying to pay rent, trying to get a house, trying to get food, and there's certain things that we can do collectively to kind of nip a lot of that shit in the bud, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like in the South, you know, we hear a lot of people talking about, you know, growing the gardens, such and such. You know, that's regular shit down south. You know, down there, everybody on my block got a garden. That's a fact. They out there on the same day. They cutting the grass the same day. They weeding the same day. Just natural shit. It's like a chain reaction. Once somebody else see one person cutting the grass, the next one gonna be. It's a chain reaction. So you know, it's just about really connecting and bonding with each other because it's a lot of shit that we all need, that we all trying to get, and money is gonna be, you know, a part of that. You know, that's what we work for. And if you can get shit a lot easier than what you got to work for, then you know take that route because even if you're getting paid $50 an hour, $100 an hour, you doing more than $100 worth of work in that goddamn hour. Period. So, you know, we just got to start. What's more valuable to you? You getting paid $15 an hour working for some European, or you getting paid $8 an hour working for your damn self on your own time. So, you know, you create your own stress. You got a choice. You know, like Kanye would say, you got a fucking choice, yo, to go to the plantation or not.
Yeah, and that you know what though? You absolutely right about that too, because like my brother Wayne Chandler, shout out to Wayne Chandler too, man. That's elder that he had a book called Return to Ancient Future. You know, even though he is with the Afrocentric stuff though, but he's more metaphysical these days or whatever. And he does a lot of like yoga and these prana techniques or whatever. I kind of like to drift towards some of that shit sometimes. I be trying to meditate and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless though, like he said, it's not what you do with the money. It's not about hoarding the money. Oh, I got all this money. It's about what you doing with the money. If you can have all the money in the world, if you don't know what to fucking do with it, then it's not current. It's not currency. You can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Just to have it in the vault somewhere when you can have all this property. You can go buy a farm in South America, bro. I go buy a tomato farm in South America. You understand what I'm saying? Or I can go buy some, you know what I'm saying, cabbage, some kale, or whatever. I can import that. You know what I'm saying? I can import that, or I can take that and create a farm or something where we can chop that up or maybe boil it and then put it in bags and sell it frozen. So people, you gotta know what to do. But we sit there and we think, we see one thing black people like Lex Vortex was saying, we'll sit there and we'll knock each other for our careers. You ever see them old dirty black men in the South that be riding that old dirty truck or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That nigga get out of there, he got some overalls, he got a knot. He got a knot that the size of you know what I'm saying? He got a knot like he out there hustling. You know what I'm saying? Because he is out there hustling. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people got to understand. It's not about what you do. It's about what you're doing with it, man. At the end of the day, you can have all this money in the world. You motherfucker got one bottle of water. If you ain't got no water, one Joker, you'll give up everything for that one bottle of water. So we gotta look at what's important sometimes. We get away from what's important because we got too many puppeteers and puppet masters out there that kind of control the way you think, man. And then most of the jokers, like you said, even with Kanye, even about the slavery thing, he also said that he felt like he was living in an assimilated reality. You know what I'm saying? That's what most of these people living in, man. You nigga told you you're African, man, and you didn't seen Wakanda, and you don't know Wakanda is here. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't
Yeah.
you have no. You done been duped again. You thought Wakanda over there. He said we looking for El Dorado. We thought it was in South America, but it's over there. There's nothing over there. It's over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, man, that's when you pull a homie the clown sock out and just start bumping jokers. Like, yo, you deserve one. You know what I'm saying? You just go around the line. You deserve one. Clunk, 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 and just start clunk. Because jokers is like grown dummies. Like, they don't have no common sense, man. Even when we talk about this history, people still want to. I don't even respond to people negativity or none of the clown stuff. I don't have to prove nothing. I don't have to prove it. I don't have to show you nothing. I mean, I done showed it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have to prove nothing. I don't have to make another Aboriginal video ever again in my lifetime. It's all up here in this in my what you want to say, cerebral cortex or whatever, my frontal lobe or whatever part of my brain that stores the memory of, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But at the most part though, I'm gonna continue because there's a lot of research, a lot of work that I still want to put out there. I got a bunch of videos. I got caught up with this fucking European institution this semester, which was hella work, but I got it done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be making some videos or something though. But I yield the mic to anybody who want to build. What?
Yeah, I guess I go in. But yeah, man, that's just a powerful thing, you know what I'm saying? And we must study. We got to stop getting out of this Google clutch or pacifier and start diving into some of these books ourselves and start looking at some of the firsthand documents or what we call primaries, right? And kind of look at it for yourselves. And then a lot of these documents is going to be in the Spanish archives and shit like that. And just to switch the topic, you know, they push this whole immigrant and all this shit, you know, build a wall for the Mexicans, but you know, that shit all bogus too, because, you know, we all know that this government been doing business with the Mexican government since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That's why they still borrowing states right now as we speak.
Hey, you know
They
what?
still,
Hey, my brother, look, check this out. We know that. And check this out too, right? That whole immigration thing ain't nothing but fucking smoke and mirrors because they allow these people come over because they know. Understand this, man. The GDP, they know by every dollar less that they gotta pay you, that they can pay somebody else. That pulls the GDP up. And they know that. And so it's kind of like smoke and mirrors. It's kind of the same thing of it's kind of the same scenario of the Ku Klux Klan leader is the captain of the police.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And he's doing the lynching at the same time doing the investigation. Saying, "Oh, we ain't find him, you know, because you ain't wasn't looking for him." And the same thing with the smoke. That's the reason. Understand this too, man. I'm gonna let you build AP, but check this out. That's the same scenario where they sent all the jobs and everything overseas. All the technology that these Negroes created, all these inventions. How did these other countries get it if you was the one who built it here and you didn't benefit from it? They ain't build no fucking washer dryer factories that black people was working in, even though we made the fucking device. They ain't cars, the numerous different the hundreds of thousand different things we didn't invented. They didn't invent no factories. In fact, they took the idea and sent the shit overseas. So that's what they do though. But go ahead, AP. Sorry about that, man.
Nah, you're absolutely right, man. And like I said, that shit is just a smoke and mirrors. They try to, act like they building these walls and trying to keep Mexico out. But like I said, they doing business and been doing business. We still borrowing states. Well, not us, but the government still borrowing states from the Spanish, from the Mexicans. I think that's the Treaty of Guadalupe. You know what I'm saying? They still own California and a couple other little shits. Florida, New Mexico, etc. And so that shit is just bogus. So if if they try to pull any little bullshit like that, they just gonna pull their states back. Simple. It'll shut down some shit right then and there. So that shit is all bogus. They playing a little back and forth game, and we just really gotta come together, man.
I want to say something about that wall though that you just spoke of, man. What I think, man, that shit is not to keep them motherfucking Mexicans out, man. I think that's to keep all of us inside this motherfucker, man. Because if you ask me, motherfucking United States is a motherfucking penal colony, man. So, man, if they do make a wall, man, they ain't trying to keep motherfuckers out, man. They trying to keep motherfuckers inside this motherfucker because they still like what Bobby Hemmett talked about. They got that what's the name of that goddamn watch, man? It's a emergency. It's an emergency watch. I can't think of the goddamn name of it, man. But it's a certain kind of watch that you cannot buy or use in the United States. And if you use it, you know what I'm saying, your ass is going to jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a pilot watch. And if you ever get lost out in sea, or you know what I'm saying, your plane went down, you pull the shit from out the watch, and a rescue helicopter come get you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere, it got some super GPS type shit on it, but it's illegal to own out in the United States. You know what I'm saying? But because it's a fucking prison, man. You go to jail if you have that shit, man. They sell knockoff versions of it. I can't think of the brand right now. But it just goes to show that, man, this shit is a design. It's a trap, man. It's just a lot of bullshit going on, man. And and then for people that like to do research, man, I just found out about this the other day on AM Radio, man. Go check out Google Scholar. It's another search engine behind Google. It's not like regular Google. Google Scholar is when you go to that shit, you pull up all additional actual research papers and all kind of other documents that you won't normally see on Google. So when you're on Google, just type in Google Scholar. It's gonna take you to another link. It might be like scholar.google.com.
That's Google Scholar though. Yeah, you just go to Google Scholar. It's going to put it in a link, and then you click on it. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
You get a lot of the so-called peer-reviewed articles and journals from different from different schools of thoughts or whatever. That's what a lot of the articles, some of the articles you gotta pay for. But yeah, it's definitely good when you look in that stuff, but you gotta always remember, bro, a lot of the peer-reviewed stuff was racist, and they wouldn't implement a lot of stuff that was pertaining to us about melanated people throughout the world, and they made sure that they got together to keep a lot of that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? That's why like when I make a lot of my videos, I know about a lot of peer review stuff, but I had to take a research class, man. I'm talking about a real research class, and this is not just, I'm not making this shit up. My class was 304. I'm a nutritionist, and my class was 304. We had to take quantitative, qualitative. We had to take empirical. We had to take frequencies. We had to do histograms. We had to do all that shit. We had to take statistics, like, you know what I'm saying, like 1 through 5, and then how many ones, and it's a bunch of different frequencies we had to do. But one thing my professor always told me, he said that a lot of peer-reviewed journals are biased because they will sit there, you know what I'm saying? So you always got to look at it. And it's a lot though, but it's definitely good. It's definitely good to put that out there for people who interested in it. But go ahead though, my dude.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I just uploaded a video the other day on my channel from that day I actually found out about Google Scholar, and the cat that was on there was talking about that peer review shit and how a lot of them documents be bullshit. Like when science, they were saying somehow the government infiltrated scientists, and now all of they shit is just like it's a lot bogus shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you go in my video, or you check out, I think it's called what did I title that shit? I think it says it's called "You Need to Hear This Part 1," and that's the name of the video, man. That's from the actual AM radio program that I was watching. I mean, listening the other day when I was riding around in the car, man. But the dude breaks down exactly what you just finished saying, bro, about that peer review shit and how that shit cannot be always trusted 100%, man. I just found out about Google Scholar, so like I said, I just like to pass on information. But I thought it was interesting. I haven't really sat down and dived deep into it just yet, but I was just like, when I pulled it up, I was like, oh, that's some
You know
interesting
what
shit,
though?
man.
You know what though, my brother? Understand this, man. You have to just when you dealing with history. We know we're dealing with history. History always can be rewritten and remixed and everything. So, you know, just stuff pertaining to that though. But you can definitely find stuff that's legitimate in peer review research. It just depends on what field of study it is. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it is what field of study. Some fields of study, they can't do nothing but tell you the truth. Unless you figure the shit, unless you start working the equations and you see that the equations don't work, and then you can sit up there and say, well, this is bullshit. But if the equations work and everything turns out to be legit, you know what I'm saying, then you got to give them their credit. But that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying all the stuff. I'm just talking about. That's why I don't. That's why with history, I don't really fuck around with history on it, because a lot of the history been tampered with, and then like I said, they try to keep it. They try to undercut everything. They try to keep everything under 200 or 3,000 years. 200. I mean 200 or 300,000 years. They try to keep everything with under that. Anything higher than that, they automatically omit. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't even omit. They just drop the date. They don't omit it. They drop the date. Like, we don't know how old them pyramids or that the pyramid of the sky is in Peru. We don't know how old it is. But you know what though? That's what I'm saying. Like, people be taking trips out here to go to Disney World and go all that. Take some trips to do some field work and some of the stuff that's in this country. This shit free. A lot of stuff is free to go. You just need to go. You know what I'm saying? Sign like that's the stuff. That's the work that we need to start doing. You know what I'm saying? Where I go see that pyramid in Brazil or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the go take some pictures next to it and show people you've been there. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what people need to do.
Yeah, that's real.
Facts, man. That's how your mind expand when you reach different energy points, man, on this landmark. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, the sky pyramid, the sun pyramid, and all these other pyramids. Like I was telling AP the other day, I was like, man, I can't remember what road it is, y'all, but I'm definitely find out. But it's like, you know, from where I'm at, if you heading towards Columbia, South Carolina, which is the capital, it's on like a little back road, man. But I'm telling you, man, it's about a mile worth of mounds, man. Just straight mounds. You know what I'm saying? And when you ride through it, man, I'm talking about every time I ride through it, it's like, man, you just feel like the high vibrant energy, man. And you know, these are the things we got to go see, man, because, you know, time running thin as far as, you know, like we that's why I say we got to connect more personal, man. You know, not like, oh no, you know, just with anybody. Of course, we got to, you know, communicate a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Cipher up, see what's really good, you know, see if we on the same level, same accord, you know, hell, you know, meditate on it, and link up. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, you know, like you say, man, you never know who wanna step in and play this little, you know, this fake role and being an agent for the enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, you know, by now at this point, we should know how to decipher from who real or fake. You know what I'm saying? By really examining, asking certain questions, you know, seeing what the real, you know, how quick the response is, or however, we got to get into our own forms of psychology, man, when we really dealing with anybody, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, you know, it's all about really making the right moves and linking up, man, because I'll be down, you know, shit really hit the fan and we really got to hit the woods and don't nobody know what to do. We at least need to be studying stuff like that too. Get on this law, you know what I'm saying? Really, really learn the law. Legal terms, that's for, you already know legal. You know what I'm saying? That's for anybody contracts, anybody who any state official or whatever, or you know, hey, it's that's the legal terms, but the lawful terms, that's when you speaking for your Aborigine, you know what I'm saying, culture, your heritage, you know what I'm saying? That's what the law stands for as America. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stay on that and really gotta get out here in these fields, man. That's real.
Hell yeah, start touching in your community, because that's a lack of the presence of Aborigines, you know, in our community, you know, because realistically, you know, I be in the hood, we be in the streets, and it ain't too much of this information going around to the people in the street. So once we can make it obliged to them and accessible for them and easier to digest for them, because most of them already hipped on it anyway. You start talking about Indian shit, they gonna
Fact,
be right on it. You know, but yeah, my
fact.
grandmama told me, my granddaddy told, so we just gonna have to make the shit easier and digestible for the people that's new to it or that ain't even
Yeah, just
You
make
applied
it
know
more
to
what,
it.
though,
clear.
my brother? You know what I do when I go around? I be talking to people. I just ask them, "What tribe did your grandmother see?" And then most of them, the ones who know, they're like, "Oh, damn, I wonder the Indian tribe." And some of them know, some of them don't know. But most of the time, most people do know exactly what their grandmother told them, and that's what I ask them, like, "What tribe your grandmother say you from?" And then I tell them, "Well, I'm Cherokee or Seminole or whatever." You know what I'm saying? And people be having they be having a connection because they be like, wow, I would never thought nobody would never ask me about that. And then you be looking at people, you be looking at how it rejoices because they know that's them. They've been suppressed. You got suppressed memories of being an Indian, but you can't remember being them because you done been shut down. You done been told you are African. You been told you done have this African history shoved down your throat until you find out that tens of millions of so-called Aborigines from North America, the Eastern Seaboard, Terra Nova, was sent to West Africa and Europe. Now that's the story that they don't tell you. They play around with us with this shit. They let you think that the only slaves was so-called Africans, or the only POWs or indentured servants were so-called Africans. You know what I'm saying? But we know the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, you know, that's what you got to go with. You know what I was going to ask, what I was going to say too? Also, you know what I just ordered me? I'm gonna order me a bow and arrow. I'm gonna pay like $250 for a bow and arrow or whatever. Get me some arrows and everything. I'm about to go out. I'm gonna start going out, like you said, in the woods or whatever. I'm about to get me a couple of Rockwellers. I used to make Rockwellers before though, but I'm about to get me a couple of Rockwellers or whatever. Trying to just get, you know what I'm saying, a big enough area, like give me a little kennel, like in the backyard or whatever, where I can keep them. Because I used to make Rottweilers. I want to get me a bow and arrow, man, and you know what I'm saying, start going out into the woods. I'm not gonna shoot no deers or nothing, like, you know what I'm saying, because I damn sure don't want to eat them. I'm damn sure not interested in eating them. But nonetheless, so yeah, go out there, go shoot, just to aim, start, you know what I'm saying, find a target for some things. You know what I'm saying? That same thing with firearms. You go out there, do the same thing. If you got firearms, go out in the woods and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go start target practice. I mean, just to do that for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else do it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's fun.
I see
That's what
people
we
on
do all the
YouTube.
time. You know, even the kids and
Yeah.
that bow and arrow shit do sound fun. Something to get good on the archery, and just learning simple techniques about the wilderness. If you can just learn certain plants, right? You can't gonna learn. You ain't gonna learn all the goddamn plants, but if you can at least learn all the poisonous plants, you know it. If you just learn the poisonous one, you ain't gonna get fucked up by nothing else. Cause everything else good. If you know the poisonous one, that's some simple shit. So I mean, we just gonna have to start diving in on this nature, cause that's what's truly gonna teach, and that's why we ain't truly benefiting nothing or everything that life got to offer because we ain't got no land. We got to
Yeah.
learn off of nature, and me and my family, we take what 3 trips every year to go hike and camp. We camp about 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Spend a weekend out about 3 times a year, and they have a blast. You know what I'm saying? We leave the phones back, go out and have a good old time. So yeah, man, we just got to start experiencing that, man. It's enjoying. I'm gonna yield the
Yeah.
mic.
Shit. Shout out to Carl, Victoria in the state. Shout out to Rebecca Charles. She says there are a lot of historical artifacts in the backwoods. She said she found a Indian mound in Mississippi today. I absolutely agree with that. And you know what's so crazy? We went out to the mountains today. It's called Red Rock Canyon, right? I took pictures and a video. I'm gonna post it tomorrow probably. So, but you could see. Oh, man, it's crazy, and I've been out there a few times, and that's just go to show you, if once you start knowing more things, I filmed the rock formation where you can clearly see a base. You know what I'm saying? Where the rocks or the stones are clearly cut and clearly placed. You know what I'm saying? In a large structure. You know what I'm saying? Like a base, so you could tell there was a base or something. So it's crazy, man. I was just like, yo, the stones that I'm looking at, I'm picking up. These are the stones that our ancestors have built something now. You know what I'm saying? And what happened to it? Why is it just a base here now? You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, bro. So you could tell that there was a quarry. They dug up stuff and they used these stones. What do they use these stones for? You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. Yeah, everything is right in our face and they're hiding it literally right in our face. And this is like only 20 miles outside of Las Vegas. So it's crazy, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I had been out there a few times and I had never seen this before or I paid attention to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Shout out to the family. It's crazy out here right now, man. And there's a lot of things being revealed every day. And I don't think the people can these youngsters, they don't want these lies no more. It just feels right. When you tell people this, it's not even a question no more. They like, yeah, it just feels right. You know what I mean? What tribe you from? And they don't know nothing about Africa. And they always got the same story. Oh, Cherokee, Blackfoot, Choctaw, Seminole. You know what I mean? And these are just all terms. But these are the terms that we know. So that's the whole concept of Indians in the hood, you know what I'm saying, connecting our brothers and sisters that are in the hoods, in the neighborhoods that might not be reading Ivan Van Sertima. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take something to them that they know. They don't know about Aboriginal. They don't know about Indigenous. You know what I'm saying? And while we, giving them some food for thought, you know what I'm saying? We can also be talking peace. And that's the whole peace treaty initiative, you know what I'm saying? And just going to the cities, you know what I'm saying, and where they say where the ghouls and the goblins are at. And embracing your, you know what I'm saying, and trusting your family, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it really is. That's what it boils down to, you know what I'm saying? Being able to go into the worst parts of so-called of our country and be able to love on our family, man, you know what I'm saying? And show love as opposed to going there and not showing love. So
That's just what it is to me,
They only
man.
call it the worst parts
What?
if it ain't no education there. So you feel me? If people ain't educated, the people with the knowledge, man, you got to go there and teach them, man, because that's all I'm about. I go anywhere what they call the slums. You feel me? Them just my people. You feel me? And reach out to the local ones and build with them, man, because that's all it. You know, what I'm saying, and that's all it takes. It's all about respect. You know, as long as you feel me, you solid, you keep it real 100, and you about respect, man. You gonna be embraced, and they gonna love you, man. Especially if
Facts.
you leave them with something they can build with. You feel me? So we can't we got to stop. Or I can't say we, but because I don't believe that we are fearful of each other, but we can't. Fall into that idea that we are, or should be afraid of ourselves. You feel me? These people, the ones of us that are in these areas and environments, which are really just our communities. You feel me? Our abandoned communities. We need to regain control of our livelihoods, man, and just build with people and show them love. That's all it's gonna take. I feel like if everybody do they own individual part, when it comes to
Right.
this, the better off we'll be overall. Is how I feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for everybody, right? You know what I'm saying? And this is some real shit. If you had to represent Aborigines, you know what I'm saying, and you had to meet you was a diplomat, and you had to meet with Trump and his administration, right? What would each of y'all, what program, and you can get funded, what program would you take to him that would be funded that you would take to Trump?
That's a hell of a question, man. But the program to remove all these motherfuckers off our motherfucking land, including Trump and the rest of his cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't want shit else from these motherfuckers, but to move out the motherfucking way.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
so we just say composure wouldn't be going to be. I can see how that meeting go. Hey, I'm representing all the Aborigines of America, and we want all you motherfuckers to go home. You know what I'm saying? Just go home. We're gonna fund that.
Straight up. But nah, I say something that would be powerful to bring to him would be something like a program, something called like Saving Indigenous Families, right? And forcing them to put the money where their mouth is on bringing us out the slums if they truly sorry about the 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 paper genocide and the shit that they done to us over the last 100 years or so, then they gonna have to pay for it. If they truly sorry, then they gonna have to put that out on the table. And once we can start saving indigenous families, we can start building a nation. And once we build a nation, and this nation is legit, and the foundation is strong, then unarmed black people, so-called black people, when they if they do get shot, it will be a nation backing them up. That means other people will have repercussions and shit that they gonna have to deal with after the fact. You see what I'm saying? It'll be a cause and effect. They do something, they just gonna be tolerant for it. There's gonna be no tolerance for it. You know what I'm saying? If
I
they
got a
kill an
question for you.
unarmed, go ahead, brother.
No. Go ahead. I want you to finish your thought. I'm sorry.
You good, bro? Go ahead.
I want to get Omec's answer on this as well as a Thompson's one. But I definitely want you to get your question in though. So AP, go ahead and finish, and then we're gonna let my man get his question in. Go ahead, brother.
My bad. That
Yo,
was
AP.
it. That was it. My bad.
Okay. Oh no, it's all good, man. You could definitely get back to the saving the people, whatever. So composure, you want to ask the question, man, for AP. It was for AP specifically.
No, it was towards you, Holiday. If we are a people that has been under genocide, does it even make sense to even try to make a deal with these motherfuckers, man? Like, if
Okay. Well, that no, okay. Well, I guess from my perspective, you know what I'm saying. I say 6 months ago, it was, you know, I would have been saying what you said. Hey, go back to Europe. You know what I mean? However, we know that wouldn't go over well or whatever. But we were just saying we were looking for a billion. Oh, let's say $100 billion, right, to fund a project. That's a nice number. So 100 billion. I want more, but 100 billion, right? Every 5 years, but anyway, or even more. But anyway, back to what we were saying, right? I feel like, you know, if there are some things that we could throw money at that would work, you know what I mean? And for me, for instance, you know, is investing back into, like you said, into the communities, right? Investing into the people of the community. Just period. You know what I'm saying? Investing in business growth and education and different things of that nature. Whatever, everything that they have taken from these communities, just give it back. You see what I'm saying? It's too easy. It's not rocket science, y'all. It's really easy. You won't have crime. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have these things. So if they're not going to do it, obviously we have to invest back into ourselves, right? And I feel like we should definitely tap into the tax code or whatever to be able to help us to tap into that and to make our neighborhoods safe. Invest in the safety of our community. That's number one. If you employ, you know what I'm saying? I mean, invest healthily, you know what I'm saying, into the community, period. You know what I'm saying? Well, it don't even pay to sell drugs. You can do this right here, right? You know what I'm saying? And you could live great, because that would be the most important thing that we would do, is fund the people who are protecting the community. Now you don't have to send the police in here doing all this other stuff, whatever, because we're taking care of ourselves. See what I'm saying? And
Hell
we're
yeah.
building factories that are supplying the world. Factories, real factories that are producing healthy things that's not harming the earth. You know what I'm saying? We need to invest in that. Just period. Period.com. And these factories will be taxed, you know, be getting tax breaks and tax codes and certain things or whatever, you know what I'm saying? As well as to employ Aborigines first. You know what I'm saying? Not even only, you know what I'm saying, but definitely first. Will be in the front of the line for training and all these other things. So invest in that. And that's easy. That would solve so many problems, right? But guess what? The Peace Treaty Initiative, right, is to solve our own problems, where our neighborhoods are not war zones anymore. We're not afraid to go in our own communities. When we see 10 young men on the corner, we know they're there to protect you, not to harm you. So that's what I'm demanding. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we're gonna put ourselves out there, you know what I'm saying, to see the change and be the change we want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be in Chicago. I know we're gonna be in Chicago July 4th. So I'm not saying that's gonna kick it off. I know we're gonna be in Dallas, Father's Day, for Real Men's Cook. You know what I'm saying? That's an organization that fathers are cooking, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And it's not just in Dallas, it's all around. So Real Men Cook, but it started in Dallas. Shout out to my partner, Terry Allen. So I'm a part of that. So it's something that, you know, to give back to the young men and things of that nature, whatever, the mentorship and stuff that Real Men Cook is a part of. So been a part of that for since the inception of that. Yeah, man, but that's what it's about, man, giving back to these young men, because we were young men before. And I remember, you know what I'm saying, like athletes and different people coming back and mentoring us and doing things, and what that meant to us. So we have to do the same thing and pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I mean, economic base, man, is the main thing, and that's what I would throw the money at, to change the conditions, because that's what the problem's at. Like, oh, you come into the community, shout out to Mayor Asia Brown with Compton Empowered. Look that up, I'm gonna put it in the chat room. Compton Empowered. It's a great, you know, just Google it and there's all stuff will pop up. You know what I'm saying? That was simple. And they built a shipyard out there that employs thousands of brown Aborigines. And the things and the things that she did, you know what I'm saying, in the community, the murder rate is down 90+% in Compton, California. So that's amazing.
I heard about that.
That could be duplicated across all the way to Baltimore, down to Miami, all the way up to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And back over to Frisco. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing, bro. We're gonna be all over the country, man, pushing the peace treaty. You know,
I support all of that. Yeah, that sounds lovely, man. I really support all of that, man. I'm really for all that, man.
Well, I'm gonna need you to come on in, man, and A&R this thing. You know what I'm talking
You
about?
know, one thing though for me though is I would really be willing to do all that uh once all these other motherfuckers leave. Like what you talking about, like doing all that for the communities, like we could do that right now. But one thing I don't agree with is I don't feel like we need the invaders' help in order to do that. So I don't need no funding, no resources. All I need is my voice in the communication, is somebody to reach out to reconstruct, you know, saying what we need to empower ourselves, man. I don't need no kind of funding for that, man. It's just lacing people with the
Well,
knowledge.
it's like
Uh,
it's like JG Wentworth, bro. It's our money and we want it now.
yeah, I
You know
feel
what I
you,
mean?
but it's
I don't look
but
at, man. I buy you know, I try to catch people that sell they, you know what I'm saying, they EBD card. You feel me? I feel like it's reparations, man. You know, I'm trying to, you know, trying to get back. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So that's
we could do that, and the money is there. My thing is that uh, I feel like, well, this is my thought that I came up with. I've been thinking on the past few days since I've been listening to the radio, just soaking in everything that's been going on lately around the world. Is I feel like personally, this is my theory. I think it's already people, melanated people, who are making deals on our behalf, uh, without many of us knowing, that's already getting all kind of government funding to do whatever, but it's not being pushed back into the people hands, or it's not being reached where it needs to be put at. I feel like personally, I think there are people who are making deals on our behalf, especially when it comes to us being the indigenous Americans. I think it's already some people in place that's already been doing secret deals to to keep the status quo where it's already at right now. So that may not be true, but I kind of suspect it's some shit like that going on, and I'm more than willing to believe that they will be willing to come to the table and say, "Hey, you want $100 billion? Yo, we'll do that. We'll do this." But for me personally, after learning the history, and because it's really a fucking horror story. Like learning this shit is traumatizing because it's horrific. You know what I'm saying? Then once you tie into the possibilities, I wouldn't even say possibilities because I know motherfuckers is clones and some more shit. But if you don't want to go agree, you know, if you don't believe in that, but after learning all of this shit that's going on, what they have done to us, reclassified us, and doing this and this big charade, that it's horrifying. Ain't amount of money in the world that could make me feel like, okay, like this cool, because at the end of the day, we talking about a fiat currency. You know what I'm saying? And so these motherfuckers don't even have all the gold that's in the world. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even have nothing, and they couldn't pay me off with no Federal Reserve notes, man. For this, after learning this information, if it's not gonna be money, and we want to eliminate the possibility of bloodshed, because that's kind of where it's at too. If we ain't gonna shed no blood and we don't want no money, then it's just like, I would rather, me personally, get everybody off of this motherfucker and then come together with my own people and rebuild what we need to, as a, you know, rebuild as a people. And then after we come together and do what we need to do, if we want to allow other people to come back into the Americas and build with us and be an integrated society, then that'd be cool. But like, as far as paying me off, because me personally, I'm not even into consumerism, so I don't give a fuck about money. Period. Especially not no fiat shit, and everything's going digital. So they could give us a bill. They could say, okay, we'll give you 15 trillion bitcoins or whatever, because everything going digital. That's not gonna do nothing for me, man. After learning this history, it's horrifying. You mean to tell me that
mm,
all of this shit's been going on, and now you want me to be forgiven of this shit? It's like when you talk about going into these communities and building with the locals that's on these projects and all this stuff. You know, you got to understand, even when it comes to spirituality and consciousness, when people have woken up from that bullshit about Christianity and all that, you got to understand that there were people who actually committed suicide based on that information, that Jesus wasn't real and all of this shit. Like, a lot of people cannot get that information at all. So when you talk about, because understand this, if you're gonna become if you're gonna say, okay, I'm an Autochthonist, I'm an Aboriginal, that automatically means giving up Jesus and everything else. So on top of taking Christianity for the people from these people, you're taking this so-called African American shit from people. You not only are you gonna have people committing suicide, but you're gonna have some people enraged in anger that want to take some heads off. So how you gonna deal with that shit? Because at that point, ain't no money in the world that's gonna stop that. You feel me? So if we gonna have some kind of peaceful element, what can we do or should be done that could level that out? For me personally, everybody got to go. Now the people, we got to understand that the Europeans over here, they were kicked out of Europe. So that's another field of study most niggas got to get into. Is like they not gonna be able to go back to London and all that shit because them the white people that's here is damn near scared of them white people over there, and them white people ain't gonna want to fuck with them, so they ain't gonna have no place to go. And all these other people, these other foreigners, I don't know, people that's been coming over here and getting money and setting shop. These people ain't gonna be so willing to just give up what the fuck they got right now. They gonna be wanting to fight and some more shit. So we got it's a big pile of shit, man. I just don't know how it's gonna happen. For me personally, I'm not gonna take a piece. I don't know if I'm gonna be for right now. It's not like I'm being calm about it, but I'm not like let's go enforce some shit. Like I'm not saying no shit like that, but we got a heavy situation on our hands, and just saying deal with Trump and his people. What like we could do all of that without them. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that because of this channel and whatever other channels is out there, just the outreach of our communities, we done establish peace among our people across the nation and everywhere else, right? Let's say that just happened tomorrow, hypothetically speaking, and Trump and whoever else wanted to come to the table with us, and we already got peace amongst our people. What would you want from the invaders?
That's a good point. What could they give you that's not yours? You know what I'm saying? Hey yo, I just want to just put out there. I'm about to end this live stream. You know, shout out to everybody. But look, I'm gonna leave the live chat up though. So I mean, y'all want to stay in the chat and build, it's not a problem.
I just like to have something like I could build and think on and grow with. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm all about thought provoking shit. And what Chief Holiday said, like, what would we come up? What would we ask Trump? That's a hell of a question because I ain't thought of that shit. I just, if we could have multiple shit to think on, yeah, that'd be one of them too. Like, what if we already had peace? Because most of us already are original Americans. So what can they offer us? It should be not what kind of deal or what programs we could offer or say we want from them, but what can they offer us in the state? You know what I'm saying? They got to come meet with me. If you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna be me going just meet with Trump. It's gonna be Trump coming to meet with me. And about us having a leader, we can't have a leader because number one, can't nobody speak for me but me. So everybody gonna have their own different feelings about what they feel like they should get or want from the situation.
Yeah. But that's why we're just having a conversation though, because let's just say Kanye, for instance, he thinks, say taking $100 billion and putting it into the fashion industry would change the world. You know what I mean?
Nah, because that nigga walking around looking like a faggot, man. And I'm not about having 100 million more effeminate male looking motherfuckers wearing skirts and looking like bums. I feel the idea of having, empowered your own clothing shit. But as far as us looking like some kind of transformer / transsexual / mixed, I don't know. Like these people are confused, man. Yeah, I'm not with that. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, man.
Because he could get 100 billion and have everybody wearing skirts. Are we going to be applauding that too? Like, oh yeah, he created his own fashion empire. But everybody looking like a bitch. I ain't with that.
But that's another thing though. Most of us don't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? And then the
Or do
gatekeepers are
we?
just they want
Or
well.
do we? Because you got a plan.
I,
Autonomous One got a plan, and everybody on this panel got a plan.
I don't think the thought has been programmed. You know what I mean? This is free thinking. You know what I mean? To think all the way outside the box, and well, to think well, it's not even a box, and anything is possible in your mind. Like, yo, you know what I mean? When we say this whole country is ours, we built it, we protected it. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the world is living and thriving off of inventions that Aborigines created. So yeah, we have contributed a lot to this planet. Period. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't be, wouldn't be flying. They wouldn't be having hospitals. The way things are going out, the computer. You know what I'm saying? Everything, man. It's just telephones, whatever you can think of. We invented it. So I just think that has to stand for something, and for this to be the new world, that makes no sense. When we have an older civilization, I got to keep saying that because that's the game changer. Like, no matter what Dr. Ivan Van Sertima say, that they came before Columbus and they called people Africans, right? And no matter what nobody say, it was people already here that went there.
My last thought.
Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the
last
encounters that they had with us, huh?
My last thoughts is that, man, I love you, Autochthonous One and Chief Holiday. I really respect what y'all doing, man. I really love this shit right here. I really love y'all for this, man. Really, I really support y'all. Keep it going 100%. Like, y'all doing a beautiful thing, and this right here to keep our minds thinking on a higher level, man. I love that, man. Y'all really got my love, man. I really appreciate y'all, man, for real.
Man, appreciate it too, man.
Y'all appreciate you too, man. Tell Yafa, man, we gonna get her back on here real soon, man. Definitely, cause I'm I was just waiting till I got this semester done with, cause there's been a lot of turmoil. I'm about to get me another computer, probably tomorrow or whatever. But when I get the other computer, I'm gonna really open it up or whatever. But definitely, man, I definitely like to get Yafa up here. I got a couple people. I'm gonna try to get Dr. David Imhotep up here, and some of the other brothers, maybe Turtle Gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start having some people up there. That's why I like to have people, different stories we could talk about, or just the history itself, man, because I like to go into the history, but it's also good to sometimes ponder on some type of solutions or some type of common ground that we can learn on. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. I mean, we can do this every week, man. You want to come through again next week, bro? We'll be here, same time. Matter of fact, I might do one maybe in the middle of the week if I have time or whatever. But definitely, man, I appreciate everybody out there. I believe I got like 3 more weeks. I can do them with my live stream back on my original channel, and I go back there. But definitely, man, shout out to the Aborigines. I appreciate everybody coming through. And like I tell people, man, don't look at what content people say. I might use different toilet tissue than you, man, but that don't mean that we still ain't the same people, or we still can't have the same common cause, man. So with that being said, Chief, you want to give your piece, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, composure. Thank you for coming through. Aboriginal power. Salute, my brother. And Omeg, Jaguar, man. Jaguar Omeg, man. Thank you. Halito to you. Thank you for coming through, man. We really appreciate it. Yeah, the energy and what y'all added to the bill. Is definitely needed. And we're gonna keep this thing going. So you guys are always welcome, you know what I'm saying, over here. And the family's always welcome, you know what I'm saying, also, man. So any input, anything that's input that's not, the same opinion. We need those too, because that helps us to stay sharp. And, we might be able to find some new possibilities that both of us might not have looked at, you know what I'm saying? So Shout out to the family, man. Peace and paradise. Thank everybody for coming out. I'm out. Ooga.
All right, peace, y'all.
Praise. Jag, you want to get your final thoughts, my brother?
Oh yeah. Well, shit, I was gonna say, man. I mean, I was gonna answer your question, but you know,
Go ahead.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say, man. You know, I feel if anything, to be if you had the opportunity like that, and you know you really could get, like you say, 100 billion or whatever, whatever, however much, 100 million. You know what I'm saying? I would say to be prepared, man. Already, as many people as we, got tuning in. You know what I'm saying? It's so much that y'all done put out here already, man. You know what I'm saying? Brother Dane and Medicine Man and all that. Everybody should be at least teaching this in their family to where at least, it's spreading and three people becoming sharp that within your state that okay, yeah, they on the Aboriginal information. So within three people out of each state, we already prepared to run, let's say, community centers that's going to be ran by these Aborigines who really teaching the real Aboriginal information. You know what I'm saying? And then that way, bam, okay, we got that going down. Head to Trump, ask Trump, yo, what's up, man? We got people in line already. If anything, we just need community centers and plenty of fresh farm food for to serve, to help out with or whatever, and whatever else we could think of needed, and ask them to fund that and let us go from there, man, and spread it just like that. Let them and give us the utmost high security. Give us the right to establish our lands, to go out and bond each other lands or whatever we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to spend our money for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just like you say, we really shouldn't have to ask them for shit. But at the same time, if you do have the opportunity to at least receive something from these corporate beings, you know what I'm saying, then we can use it to help our lawful cause. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I rock with it, man. And, peace to the chat and all that, man.
Thank you for that.
And that's a different.
But with 100 billion though, we can fund a lot of stuff, huh?
No, who that? Chief what?
Well, yeah. Also, man, shout out to the family, man. The 2008 Great American Powwow, October 6th, 7th, 8th, Las Vegas, coming. Excited to be up this week. People be able to register, man. Yeah, we gonna be moving, man. It's a lot of things going on, man. So looking forward to the family coming out here, man. For that. Yeah, just be on the lookout for the promotions on that, man, and all the things that we got going on with that, man. So it's gonna be dope. And yeah, man. So like I said, the Tribe Up social media app is coming soon, man. So yeah, we're in the building, man. We getting that thing together, bro. So peace and love to the family. Thank everybody for coming out. Great build tonight, man. Peace to everybody.
See you next week, man. We'll be back probably in the middle of the week, maybe, but definitely next Sunday. So the Sunday bill, how we do. Shout out to the Aborigines. Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out, matter of fact, you know what? Let me give a roll call before we get out of here tonight. Let me see. You wanna read off on the chat on the chat, Chief?
Yeah, I can go back up.
All right. Let me get shout out to my brother Carl. Shout out to Laney. I'm gonna definitely try to get Yapa back. All right, but go ahead, Chief. You want to shout the people? I'll go ahead, man.
Yeah, Camo Songs, peace, brother. Latoya Lovelocks, almost missed you, sister. Peace, Empress. You said Laney 5813. Peace, Empress. We got Amerindian, Daquan, Salute Soldier. Okay, who else we got there? Kazuki. Peace, brother. Carly crushing them in the building. Copperhead Hunter. What else we got in here, man? Okay, let me see what this unique hair is talking about. It's some white people that have good hearts. Said it's some white people that have good hearts. Interesting. That's right. Hey, we're gonna have to test that theory. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Dr. Martin Luther King nonviolence approach, and just having I say I believe in self-protection. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that, you know, we just even talk about the Black Panther Party. It was for protection. You know what I'm saying? It was for defense. It wasn't for offense. You know what I mean? So majority of it is just posturing and conversation. You know what I mean? People still send their children to schools with these people. You know what I mean? So these people are not your enemy. You spend your money with them. You drive their cars, so on and so forth. Y'all follow me? So you don't treat it like that for the past 50 years. Y'all follow where I'm going with this? So I feel like his maybe we need to revisit this whole that whole approach and really test the theory if these people are really have good hearts. Like Unique Harris said, if they do have good hearts, then they would you know what I'm saying? Righteousness and truth will come out and things will move smoothly. If Kanye's buddy is a good person, he really has a good heart and he's really about doing the right things, well then guess what? That's easy to redirect some of the resources into the communities to stop the violence. That would stop the violence overnight. You don't have to send the National Guards in because guess what? You got to pay these people. You got the equipment, all this other stuff. It's just a whole negative thing when you can just go in there and sit in there and send in business opportunities. You know what I'm saying? We have food deserts. We got more McDonald's in the communities than anything, and liquor stores and everything. We don't have no, you know what I'm saying? Not restaurants, but grocery stores and things like that or whatever. So yeah, man, we gotta step our game up, man. We keep talking. That's just talk. So yeah, you know, I support anybody that's doing something, man. So shout out to Q Butter. Like I said, we don't see eye to eye or anything, but I definitely respect his work and the thing that they're doing over at the Ziax Institute. Go check him out and donate. You know what I mean? Because he's really putting it to work. Heard he's about to buy a school up in Detroit. Think that's interesting. Shout out to Big Uga to Q Butter. Peace and love to the family, man. I started going in, man. Oh, I think we should make sure we get everybody. Nikki Candy, Big Uga. She said peace to the panel. Who else we got in here? Rebecca Charles, peace. Empress. Okay. Yakuv Abdullah Mohammed. Peace and blessings to you, my brother. He said, Indian Treaty of 1866 says we were to receive our reparations. Yeah, that is an actual fact. And Dr. Claude Anderson is they went to court and sued for that, right? And we're going to talk about that too. Y'all tune in tomorrow night, Vortex Media 2, the American Aboriginal History Show hosted by me. Come through tomorrow, man. We're gonna have a great show, man. I'm gonna be breaking down this whole Aboriginal thing. I found a video of these Aboriginals in Australia. I think it's gonna be dope. And some other things that we got for tomorrow night. So y'all definitely come through, man. Shout out to everybody that came through tonight. Shout out to No Sellout. I almost missed you, brother. Peace. Say love different. Yo, they build the Black Panther Martin. So stop it. Okay. All right. Shout out to love different. Okay, yeah. Peace and love to all the family, man. Uga. Hey, shout out to the Conscious One, man. Thanks for having us out tonight, man.
No doubt, my brother. Anytime, man. You know the platform is yours, bro. Shout out, a No Sellout. I heard what you said about the nutrition. You're right. When I get a chance, I'll break the simple nutrition down. Yeah, I mean, it's really not nothing really to do. You know what I'm saying? I just really got to get back into my nutrition, man. I mean, like I live it every day, but just some things I haven't really been really touching on like a lot. I used to make a lot of different. I used to be experimenting a lot, man. And them days, like you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to go back to them days or whatever though. But yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, I love the gardening. I love to do the gardening and everything. You know what I'm saying? Even the community garden, even when I was a chef, they used to have the fresh jalapenos in the back, fresh peppers. You know what I'm saying? We go in the back and take like the kale and the chives, coming in, you know what I'm saying, chop it up or whatever, throw it in, and it's so, the herbs is so prevalent, man. It's like the fresher they are, like I used to grow thyme and rosemary and basil on my window pane or whatever. So every time I cook it, I love to use thyme and rosemary. But basil, I used to have basil, oregano. I used to have oregano oil, not the oregano oil. I do make oregano oil sometimes. But I used to have the oregano from directly in the what's the name, Mediterranean, because you got to get a certain type of oregano that grows in a certain type of dirt to that's really, because oregano is a very strong herb. But yeah, man, we can get into that, man. I'm gonna talk about some of the things, man. Definitely, man. But so with that being said, man, definitely, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? All the Aborigines, man. Definitely, man. Do your research, man. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? You know this shit is real. So from this point on, anything you could be doing from here is doing your research, doing your ancestry, finding out what tribe you are, and trying to rep it, man. Rep your tribe, and then even if you gotta even go back further before these five civilized tribes, because that's what you really want to get away. The five civilized tribes was mainly established in the 1800s, so we want to go back further than that, man, because we know that the Aniyan Wanya, we know that that was basically like the Powhatans. When you read the Powhatan story, you find Powhatan was based. They said that it went all the way up from all the way to Florida, all the way to Georgia, and back around. And I'm starting to think that that was the original Cherokee, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some research have to be done, man. We gotta start researching what was these original tribes. Where did the Cherokee come from? Because the Cherokee was not. They was not talking about the Cherokee in the 1600s, man. So where did they come from? You know what I'm saying? So that's the research that has to be done, man. What did they change these tribes to? And like I said, it's a lot of videos I'm about to start jumping on. I got some new software. I just gotta install it. Like I said, when I get this new laptop or whatever. But definitely, man, start making some videos. Start get back to work. Also, like I told you, I got an apparel line coming out or whatever. I'm gonna be posting it lately. I do have a website or whatever, man, and definitely support me, man. It'll be shit for y'all. It won't be full, but it'll be something like for us buyers, because it'll be something you can rep. You know what I'm saying? Your own. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I put together some nice little art on work or whatever on it, and just like I said, support me, man. I got a lot of other ventures out there, but mainly we gotta start getting into what we doing. Even if somebody know how to make a tomato sauce, market that shit. You gotta make a hot sauce, market it. You know what I'm saying? Something, because that's how these people, these Europeans, be all optimistic about having these little brands and making stuff and shit. They're gonna be entrepreneurs, but we don't invest in nothing. You got a chicken recipe, and you think the chicken is some banging chicken, or something, a barbecue sauce maybe. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's something that people should be marketing, man.
Oh,
Market.
I got a homemade garlic powder business, man, called the Garlic King. This shit is killing everything on the market. It's the strongest garlic powder you will ever find. You can check me out on Instagram at the Garlic King, THA Garlic King. I'm working on my website right now. I got a lot of celebrity endorsers.
Are you serious, bro?
I'm dead ass serious, man.
Word is bond, yeah. Like I said, I'm a chef, though. I would love to see how you pulverize it, how you
Oh,
dehydrate it. I would love to see how you do it.
my shit is perfected, man. Ain't no garlic powder on the market as strong as my. You put top, man. My shit
Yeah, I
is
just want some.
Hold on,
man.
let
My
me
shit
look it up. Let me
blow
look it
the
up
whole.
right now. Hold on, let me look it up right now. Hold on. Let's put that out there. Hold on, let me look
Put
it
it on
up
the
right now.
screen.
You're gonna say it over the what's the name so people will know it. You said the what? It's called the what? The garlic.
The Garlic King, THA Garlic King. I'm on Instagram, the Garlic King, man.
Oh, you ain't on Facebook?
You can find me on Facebook as well at the Garlic King. I haven't updated that page right now in a while, but I'm on Facebook under the Garlic King as well. I'm on Instagram. I have a website. It's not fully finished right now, but the website is naturalhomeingredients.com. But it's not completed just yet. It will be in the next few days. Man, I got some professional man. My shit is top notch, man, and it ain't no cheap garlic, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been selling out, man. We just introduced a new line, which is a smaller package. And the smaller package is $20. It's 2.5 ounces. My best seller is 4.5 ounces, and it's going for $40 a pop. And it's been selling like crazy, man. So this ain't no cheap garlic, and it ain't no cheap product. It's top of the line, and it's been selling like hotcakes, man. Or all organic, all
Man,
natural,
that's what's up.
no GMOs, man. 100% homemade, and it's gonna change your life forever, man.
That's
I'm working
something
on
that
all.
needs to be. You heard me. That's something that need to be. Like you know what I'm saying. Support this brother, man. If you guys, you can get that into Whole Foods. You can probably get that into shop.
Nah, we can get it direct to the consumer online. Let's
Right.
go.
That's
I'm into
I'm working on
marketing.
I'm
I
working on
want
all of that. I'm working on all of that
distribution.
right now. I'm a small time operation, so I don't want like a big chain right now because it's gonna be hard to fill them orders. But I'm working on all of that, and like I do a lot of stuff in the music entertainment industry. So I be on tour a lot. Like I've been on tour with Snoop Dogg and all that shit. So like he got that cooking show with Martha Stewart. So that's something I'm gonna be introducing to Snoop in a little bit as well because he got that talk show with Martha Stewart or the cooking show.
You know what?
Uh,
With the garlic though, you could say if that really something that's really, you know what I'm saying, if you selling it and you really doing good with it, you can find you a little office space, set you up like a little assembly line or whatever, and just package it and just go try to make it many boxes and ship that shit out, man. I mean, it's like really, it's just pretty much the time and the thought, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I took a lot of, I've been taking a lot of business classes and a lot of marketing. Even though business and marketing ain't no different from me on the block selling drugs and going to go pick it up from New York and bagging it up and up. It really, but there is a technique that these people use that we don't use. That's a little different. You know
right.
what I'm saying? It's a little bit. It's more of
Yeah,
management.
I definitely wanna check you out, man, and
Oh
um,
yeah, but
I'm into
I would
consulting and all that
appreciate.
type of stuff too. So
Yeah, I could send. I got free samples that I send out all the time. So it's nothing, man. I just got done with my graphic designs for it. I got some professional packaging.
that's what's
Man,
up, man.
y'all go check out my
I,
stuff, man. At the Garlic Can, it's gonna blow you away. I
Bro,
promise
that's
you.
it, man. You can buy you some little plastic
I'm
bottles with the like your
like
stickers on
Instagram
there.
now.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
You can ship them shits out, man. Like I said, you only need, you know what I'm saying, certain amount. You ship them out. And you know what I'm saying? You can whether you want to do something organic, keep it organic, keep it like close, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple of different ways, but definitely I wish you success with that, man. Definitely market that out and make that work, man. Cause that's commerce right there. That could be something that can work for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who knows, man? How you think these companies started, man? They all started by, you know what I'm saying, pushing out. You market it, you put it out there, they get it, man. So look, I definitely appreciate your composure, man. Chief Holiday, all the Aborigines in the chat room, man. We appreciate you, man. Check this brother out, composure. Definitely check out Chief Holiday YouTube
Yeah.
channel. Our Indians in the hood. Represent that brother, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We put this information out there. We go around, we talk about different things. And you know what I'm saying? We just try to have a good, decent build on it, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Sunday build. Go ahead, Chief.
Well, I was gonna tell him, I just put the bull in the chat room. So, hit that can. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Follow the bull. Hit the bell. Get the notifications. Yeah, we're gonna be putting up a lot of content over there. You know what I'm saying? We got the Renegade Tribe TV and Indians in the Hood interactive radio mix show. So it's the, you know, it's the first of its kind, man. Composure, I don't know if you checked that one out yet. Have you checked that show out yet, Composure?
I've been looking for it, man. I can't find it. How I find it?
Yeah, it's on the Chief Holidays. You can hit that bull right there. And I got a couple of them up on the Vortex. We did over there too. Did both on both channels at the same time. We did it last night actually.
So all I gotta do is
so you
click
know, I'm
on your
just
page.
pushing the music and stuff like that over there, and entertainment, just the culture. So you know, I've been in the industry too, over 20 years, man. So we got to definitely link up on stuff. And shit, get it cracking.
For sure.
No doubt, no doubt, though. But yeah, man, let's get up out of here. Man, shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through, brother Jaguar, brother Aboriginal Power, brother Composure, Chief Holiday. I am the Tonsinist one, and y'all are the Tonsinist people of this land. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.
Peace.